If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our first convention of roleplay live streams. We're doing Mask a New Generation. We're just going to quickly go around the table, get people to introduce themselves and who they are and who they're playing, and then we'll kick over to Lloyd and he can go, "Hi, I'm Games Master." Whatever. So yeah, I'm James and I'm playing the Shade. You'll find more about him in a moment. Jable?
Yep, I'm Jael, and I'm playing as Solar Siren, an alien with solar powers.
Nice. And it's great. We ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, so before we start up, Solar, could you mind describing yourself a bit more and giving us your backstory, just so everyone has an idea what's going on with that?
Yeah, so Solar Siren is a woman, neon yellow body, glowing purple eyes, no human clothing, but flashy alien clothing that functions as her costume. She can fly, is pretty tough, has the power of heliokinesis, and has those pheromones, you know? She comes from the planet of Eos and was drawn to Earth in search of an artifact from her planet known as the Sunstone. Her goal is to find the artifact before anyone else, but her people do want her to come home because it's dangerous. People have gone missing.
All right, and James?
I'm playing the Shade again, and he dresses in all black, which is semi-translucent. His face, he basically looks like a shadow. And obviously a 2D shadow because he hasn't got any 2D powers, which would have been awesome and more fitting, but I couldn't find them. But yeah, he's very wispy, very shade-like, I guess. He casts shade on people. He casts shade over lawbreakers.
We're quitting the stream now. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a good day, and see you.
Carry on.
Yes, and he's but yeah, he is a legacy. There are other heroes who have gone by the same name, and his father, who was the last one, died tragically saving the team that he was on from an invasion of alien beings from another world that wanted to consume and destroy the planet.
Fantastic. So just to clarify, your father's one that died, but there's another one already active in the city right now, right?
Which is my grandfather. Yes.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. So we so far don't have a specific city we're setting this in because we're rebels. But if you two want to pick a city, you're more than welcome to. Or we can do a generic city called Halcyon.
Is that the one in the book?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. We make it up as we go along.
We can do Halcyon.
All right. Halcyon, for all intents and purposes, is by the coast because we need to be by the coast so we can have water adventures. And also next to a set of mountains, so we can go to have mountain adventures. And also by a set of deserts, because there's other things around it because that's the way the world works. Look, it's easier for everyone if it is. And we have this lovely shot where the game starts up, where we see the sun rising above the water and glistening across the waters towards the city. As the sun is rising, it is fairly early. You see a whole bunch of workers getting together, sort of working as hard as they can, mind your own business, doing the best stuff. And we stop as we pan towards the industrial section with the warehouses and the workers coming in within the area and people sort of minding their own business and trying to be careful and get ready to go into work. We cut to one of these, those tall chimney style silos? We cut to a lovely shot of those, like a beautiful long one, just sitting there, glistening in the sun, rising on its side. And there is a rumble slightly around it. And then a rumble again the second time. And then the third time, half of it from the circular hole, one part of it breaks off. And as it breaks off, two figures go flying out from the area. There's a lovely little still shot of both characters in the air, one falling, one able to fly. And that's where we see the both of you. Describe yourselves.
Okay,
James?
all right. I was being polite, but we're both being too polite. Yeah. So it's dawn, right? You said it's dawn. So yeah. So
Yeah,
there's
dawn.
I assume I can't fly. Is it me that can't fly?
No,
you
you
can't
can't.
fly.
No, you can't fly.
Yeah. So So it is solar that is dropping me for some fucking reason. I guess. I guess I look like a wisp on the wind. And like there's like a smog that's like trailing behind me, like leading back to where we just came from. That's slowly that's quickly dissipating.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm probably calling at Solaris. Don't drop me! Don't drop me!
Meanwhile, Solar Siren, describe yourself in the situation.
So just to clarify, he is currently falling. I don't have him.
You don't have him yet. No, he is currently
Okay.
falling.
Yeah, so we've shot out with this, and
Oh,
against the rising sun, I'm incredibly bright, and I'm just looking down at the shades, shaking my head. Not again.
At the same time, as you're there, where you were from the hole that was made from that big long silo, a figure flies out and hovers around you. It is this beautifully, like this super hot buff guy with this huge set of wings that are like basically like run around, huge bronze, beautiful, and he has like a hawk mask over his face, and he's flying above you, and he's laughing. He goes, "If you think you're gonna capture the bronze hawk today, you are sadly mistaken." And it flutters its wings, and you see its wings, the feathers from it turn towards you with these sharp claws, and they start to shoot down. What do you do?
I very quickly go to grab the shade and put him on the ground safely.
What about the shooting feathers coming towards you?
I try to move out of the way, like fly out of the way of them.
All right, that sounds to me like you're defending the shade, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
I'm
when you roll
falling.
defense, you roll savior. So make a roll with savior, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. I assume
Keep
there's
the
no
basic
bonuses
moves
or
at-
penalties? Yeah.
Yep. If you click the button savior, it calculates all of that for you.
Yeah. 7.
that's really cool.
All
I like
right.
that.
I wouldn't hold on. I won't say that so quickly. First up, you can either add a team to the pool, which I'll let you know what that does later. It's basically a +1 to help other people. You can take influence over someone you protect, or you can clear a condition. You currently do not have any conditions because it's your first time, and you already have influence over the shade, but you can take it again. But don't worry about doing that right now. I would advise you add one team to the pool.
I'll do that then, yeah.
All right. The team pool is on the screen. It's in row 20, but not on this screen. I do apologize, everyone. The team pool, essentially, if someone is doing something, the other player can spend 1 from the team pool to help that other player do the thing better. Keep that in mind for later. That was the good news. Now for the bad. Because you rolled 7 to 9, you can either expose yourself to danger or you can escalate the situation. Which would you rather do?
Let's escalate the situation.
All right, so I'll take the description over. You fly, you grab the shade, and you move away as hard as you can, and you land them on the ground. But the feathers that were coming towards you, that the bronze hawk was shooting, just slam into the silo, and the silo starts to tip. Both of you can see below you are all the workers that are coming to work in the morning. There's about maybe like 7 people down there. And if the silo is starting to tip, it is going to fall on those people. At the same time, the bronze hawk is readying himself for another silo, what's called volley of like feather arrows that are going to shoot towards all of you. James, what does the shade do?
So I'm going to attempt to like use my shadow, like my shadow control to basically
Yes.
like latch tendrils around the tower. I don't know if this is how it works, but I don't know. And like pull the tower the other way from the civilians that are below.
That's going to be tough, but I like it, and I want to see you do it. Roll defend. That is roll savior, please.
Okay. Situation bonus penalties. Is that what?
Don't worry about it. You have none.
Okay. I rolled a miss. Brilliant.
Hey, okay. So you reach out with your tendrils to try and grab them, and you're reaching out to grab them as hard as you can, but your shuttle control isn't as good as your predecessors. You're nowhere near their level of these powerful users, and the more you string it up, the worse it's getting. And you realize that you cannot save these people by yourself. You have failed. These people are going to die, and it might be your fault. Please
shit.
mark the guilty condition.
Okay.
At the same time, Siren, you can see that Bronze Hawk is laughing at the shade and has aimed his feathers towards the shade.
Okay, I will fly up and project a sunblast in his face. to try
You
to
can do
blind him.
that, but that means that you're dooming those people the silo is falling on to be hurt.
I'll go for the people instead then.
Okay. In that case, you zoom down. How are you going to stop the silo from crashing them?
But I'll attempt to fly up and hold it up so they can
Just-
move out of the way.
Okay. Do you have super strength?
I'm pretty tough.
It's gonna be risky, but I like the idea of it. I don't see why you can't roll defend. Roll defend.
Any penalties?
Nope, there's no penalty. I'll let you know when there's penalties. Don't
Okay.
worry about that. I'll let you know when there's bonus penalties. I'll let you know. What'd you get? 7?
Yep.
All right. Good news. You can pick one. You can either take influence over the people you just saved, add another to the pool, or clear one of your conditions. You don't have any conditions.
What would you advise?
I would advise taking influence over them because then you can tell them to run away or leave, and they'll listen to
Okay.
you.
I will
All
take
right.
influence.
Do you want to expose yourself to danger or enter the situation? In this case, I would advise exposing yourself to danger.
I'll expose myself this time.
You are holding the silo as hard as you can. You're like, you'll try your best to keep it up there, and you realize it's not enough. But it might be enough long enough for others to stop. You keep it up, you're holding it there, you're holding it there, you look down, the way clears, and your strength gives way. The silo comes crashing down, and you're beneath it. I would like you to take a powerful blow. When you take a powerful blow, you roll plus conditions. If you have any conditions, it gives you a +1. If it doesn't, you don't, you're all good. Just 1 0. You want to roll low for this. James, when the shade rolled a failure, you gained XP. Whenever you roll 6 or below, you gain XP. So mark potential on the character
Okay.
sheet. Back to you, Jaywall.
So I'll just
Wait.
roll the condition button with
Yep.
0 in it.
Yep.
6.
All right. Describe how even when the silo falls on, first mark potential, then describe how even when the silo falls on you and basically crushes you, you come out of it looking perfectly fine.
This was a different silo to the other one, wasn't it?
It's the same silo. Remember,
same
you were
silo,
on
sorry.
it, it crashed
yeah,
on
yeah.
you, but you rolled your toughness check basically, and you're like, I'm fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah. So where there was previously damage where we flew through it,
Mm-hmm.
there was a bit of crumbling and effectively a hole, and I managed to get myself to be there, so it didn't actually crush me.
Nice. So yeah, this is we know when like there's a bit where the music like goes down and quiet. One thinks you're hurt, and then like you like step out, and then you stand up, and the people who are around you are like, yeah, and the music crescendo rises up. It looks really cool. Meanwhile, the shade is about to get shot by a whole bunch of feathers. As you are trying to stop the silo from going, the bronze hawk had shot the feathers at you. Now, James, it's your turn to take a powerful blow.
I'm going to shout at him to think of the civilians and not injure them in any way, shape, or form. Because if I'm falling, they are potentially in the way, or potential people that could be caught in the crossfire. Or if he misses, he could hit some innocent bystander who has nothing to do with this. I'm using symbol of authority, if you couldn't guess.
I understand that. However, the problem is symbol of authority. I can guess what you're doing is symbol of authority, and I like the idea of it, but the person has to respect. your
Oh, okay,
authority.
and he doesn't expect my authority. Okay.
No, because he's going to try and kill you, so he's
Okay.
not going to respect your authority. However,
Okay,
As he's
well,
shooting them at you-
okay, so just before he shoots, then I'm going to throw. I want to do another power, called Shadow Cloak, and
Yeah.
throw it around him so he can't fucking see.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll be nice, and I won't just let you take a powerful blow. You can roll danger. You're directly engaging the threat. You're throwing your shadow cloak over him to block his eyes as he's shooting towards you. So you roll danger. Danger. There's no penalties or anything like that, so don't worry about that bit for now.
Oh well, if he's going to do a powerful blow, I'd rather just take the powerful blow.
Oh, okay. In that case,
Because never give up, never surrender, mate.
yes, that's kind of what I was hoping you'd go for. So, since you're about to take a powerful blow from someone who is far greater power than you, aka he's shooting all these leaves at you, roll never give up, never surrender, and don't fail.
Well, that's easier said than done, ain't it? Oh, 12.
What happens on a 12? On a 10 plus, what happens?
I was hoping it would actually show it, but it didn't. So on here, you stand strong and choose one. You get an opportunity or opening against your attacker. You rally from the hit and it inspires the team. Add one team to the pool. You keep your attacker's attention.
What would you like to pick?
I'd like to keep his attention.
Okay, so describe how your cloak goes over him and he's like screaming and mad about it. And I think it's fair that he will like try and like rip himself out of it. And he's looking at you madly, like, "Ugh," and he's like flying towards you now, but he's distracted. Siren, what would you like to do?
So whilst he's distracted, I'll immediately fly into him from side and tackle him onto the ground.
Oh, I like that. In that case, now you roll me danger as you directly engage the threat.
11.
All right. What happens when you roll an 11 on directly engage the threat? It's on the basic moves.
Wait, where are the basic moves?
On the basic moves character sheet, the what's called sheet that I gave you. If you don't have it, I can send it to you.
Could you send that quick? Yeah, send it over to me quick, please.
No problem. I will send you the link. Give you a second. James, play some music to keep you distracted. Something
Okay.
copyrighted.
Okay, all right.
Oh, actually play music. I was kidding. I just need to send the link to this. It's just that my window closed and I have to send it manually. How is everyone doing today? Everyone all right? Having a good time?
It's in the Google. It's in the Zoom chat, J-Wall.
Is that?
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, cool. Oh, I knew I'd posted it up there. I just couldn't remember what. Because I closed my Zoom chat, I forgot I put it up.
Yeah, I closed it. I know you sent something in it, so I went to have a look.
So, defend.
No, directly engage a threat.
Oh, directly engage, sorry.
Yes.
When you directly engage, on a 10 plus, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
So, you trade blows. So they will hit you when you hit them, unless you pick resist or avoid their blows.
Yep. So I will pick resist or avoid as one of them.
Okay.
And for the other one, I assume he is flying via his wings.
Yes.
I will take the wings.
Okay.
Oh!
So he's flying towards. He's like flying towards the shade, like and you're like, whoop, bam, right into him, and you slam into him. You hit the ground, and you both bounce over and over. And you see him. You bounce. When you finish bouncing, do you want to describe how it works, or do you want me to take over?
Go ahead.
When you bounce a few more times, you land and you like slide to your feet and get up. And he like scrambles to get up, and he's like, "How dare you!" And he stretches his wings, and his wings, he stretches them. You see, they're both broken. And he's like, "What did you do? What did you do?" And he's screaming as he does. And you see him like he like grabs like side of him, pulls out the feathers, and he's got them both like daggers in his hand. And he looks angry. He's about to charge you. Shade, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm still falling, right?
No, you're fine. You landed.
Oh, okay.
You held the silo. You failed to hold it. He tried to shoot you. You covered him with stealth. He got slammed into the wall and he's hit the ground
So,
rolling.
so just so you understand, so what I have in my head is my powers like come out of a shadow. So like not even any shadow I probably can see. So like the tendrils probably came out of the shadow from the where
Sounds
the
good to me.
tower is.
Yep.
Do you know what I
Sounds
mean?
great.
So it's sort of like because it's I imagine it's shadow based, just because.
Yeah. Remember, in this game, I don't worry too much about how the powers work. It's up to you to tell me how the powers work.
Okay, so
makes sense.
so I have to keep. I'm going to put myself and I don't know if I can solar into I'm going to stealth us both in a shadow cloak.
Okay, I like it. Unleash your powers as you try to stealth yourself so you're hidden.
So I assume that's a basic move.
Yep,
Take
and
a
it's
powerful
rolling
blow. Unleash your powers. When you only roll plus freak. All right.
Yes.
So my freak is 0. No modifier. 10. I still get a full hit.
Yep, full hit, which means exactly what you say happens.
Okay. So yeah. So we're just covered in like a sphere of shadow like falls upon the area we're in, and you know we become very hard to see.
You see him standing there, and he's like, "Where are you? Where are you?" And he's like swinging wildly, desperately anywhere else. Solar, you can just go punch him out if you want. He just can't see you. I think that's a great way to end the scene. So describe how you take him out of one punch, and it's done.
So, I suppose we're going up. He's coming towards us, and he just walks into like the cloud of shadow.
Yep.
And I just end up behind him and just bonk him on the back of the head.
All right. Boink. Go to Honey Jail. And he hits the ground. Bam, bam. The shadows clear. The air, like, the air sort of like splashes on back down with the smell of the sea. And the two of you are standing over his unconscious body, looking cool as ever. And that's when, like, the title card comes up. Of course, with like, I don't know, light and dark as like today's like episode. And that music hits and the people around are like, whoa, yeah, nice work, whoa! Is that cheering you on? People like, yeah, kick his ass, kick his ass. I don't know why they're all this excited, but okay, that's the way it is. All right. That was the base. Thank you much for playing, everyone. That was the game. Have a good day, everybody. That's the game, everyone. Everyone cool? Everyone okay with that? Will that make sense? Did that combat make sense to you? Okay, we didn't use the team pool, but we'll probably use it later, so don't worry too much about that. You've beaten the Bronze Hawk. You have captured your prey. His bounty was basically because he was going around essentially robbing banks, but he was still like a low level, like person, like around grade, not like Green Warden status. Green Warden's like way below, but he was a fairly low level, useless.
We're working our way out. You see, that's
working way up.
Yeah.
However, the police are on their way, and you need to get to school. Are you going to stay to talk to the police and let them know what happened, or are you going to tie him up and be like, "Time to go"?
I'm going to tell the civilians to inform the police what happened, and then head off because we've got school. I've got school. I don't know about Solar, but I've got school. I can't be late. You know, I'm always late.
All right, you're saying this. I've got school. I can't be late. I'm always late. And you turn to leave, and you hear a shade.
Yes.
You turn around, and from the mist around the area, like the beautiful full-on gray mist, gray shades like, hold on, let me double confirm. Black shade's the one that's alive, right? Or is it gray shade that's alive?
Yeah,
Black shade's the one's alive, right?
Yeah, grey shades.
Gotcha. Gray shade's dead. Black shade steps out of the misty shadows and the shadows around you and merges himself up from the ground and folds his hand. And he's like, Shade, aren't you supposed to be in school right now?
Yes, I'm going, grandfather.
Are you going? And as you're about to go, he goes, and you're leaving here for the police to take care of this villain?
Well, he's taken care of.
He's unconscious, but he might still wake up. How do you know he's not going to get up? Also, hello, Sola.
Always the
I know.
favourite. Always the favourite. Well, I can't be late again, Grandfather, or I'll be...
Late or not, you have to take responsibility for your actions.
Right, and then I'll get told at school I've got to take responsibility of my actions of being late.
If you were that worried about it, you would have captured him quicker. You're going to stay and speak to the police.
Can I have a note then, please?
1 second, before you continue. Do you believe him about you having to take responsibility for your actions?
Yes.
In that case, he is using his influence to change the way you are. Lift up superior by 1. Lift down freak by 1. Put down freak by 1. When someone uses the influence to tell you how the world works and you accept it, they shift your labels.
So what goes up?
Superior goes up. Freak goes down.
Okay.
He looks at me and goes, Solar Siren, you don't have to stay. You can go if you wish, but I'm assuming you're staying for your teammates.
Of course, and I better make sure he doesn't get himself into any trouble.
The planet Eros knows how to raise their children well, says, looking directly at you, Shade.
Throwing fucking shade on me. Jesus.
The police finally arrive, and the two of you spend time talking, and it takes about an hour to get through the paperwork, saying what happened, the cellar that's broken, taking the witness accounts, and the Black Shade stays back there with their arms folded, watching you the whole time.
Okay, I'll ask for a note.
You see him roll his eyes, and his shadow control is much better than yours, so he reaches into like the shadow by the wall, pulls out like a notepad and then writes some words on it using black ink that he sips from the darkness with his fingers, and then passes it to you and goes, there you go.
Well, thank you.
And then he goes, just send you on your way. Have a good day. Now, how about you? And then he turns towards the Bronze Hawk as the two of you start to leave. Okay. Everybody cool?
Yeah?
Yep.
The Leonard School of Extraordinary Youngsters is a place where the young, up-and-coming badass heroes of today will be working and studying. Mostly sponsored by the Council of Elementals for its popularity, the people that are there, and all of that. They've also put their kids in that school as well. So you being superheroes is something that's fairly normal and common for the people around there. However, neither is being late. You arrive at the doors of this big ass like school area to find you find someone standing at the front, the guardian, with his hands folded, looking down at you. It's this big stone golem of a man with his hands folded, one of the Council of Elementals, sort of for instance going, and where have you been?
We encountered the Bronze Hawk. And I'll hand the note, the late note from my uncle, grandfather.
You pass it over to this the stone golem, the guardian, who takes a look at it, looks down at it, and his eyes glow orange as he looks down towards it as well. It's he's imagine like stone armor, but with more stone underneath the armor. That's what the guardian looks like. And he looks down at it, sort of like closes his eyes and looks straight at it, and looks back towards you, and goes, "That is no excuse for being late."
We had to talk to the police.
Excellent work. However, you should have captured the Bronze Hawk much earlier. Good work, however. We shall penalize you, but you shall definitely be in second period. Please enter. And then he reaches up and grabs the doors. And when he grabs the doors and pulls them out of one hand, you hear the big stone walls go and allows you into school.
All right, cool.
All right, everyone. You all get inside class, and we're going to speed the game up a little bit to second period. You've got in. You are in your class. What class are you in?
PE.
PE. PE. PE. All right, so physical education class is a very interesting class for superheroes, because it's not like you're going to be doing running or jumping or playing basketball. It's all the sports, but like raised up to another level.
Extreme dodgeball.
Extreme dodgeball is like one of the highest ranking areas up there. So when you all come in and you can see the what's called the young council working, it instantly puts like a frown on your face. The young council are 3 of the council members as kids who all basically hang out together, do everything together, and essentially are forming like a smaller, younger Teen Titans-esque version of the Elementals. They call themselves the Young Council. And the 3 prominent members are Flame Fever, Geo Dynamo, and Volt's Guard. They picked their own names.
I'll just roll my eyes.
And you can see them basically just having a blast. It's dodgeball. Geo Dynamo doesn't really move much. He's like a young boy who stays there, but like when the ball's coming towards him, he lifts up the earth to block the hit and it bounces down. Flame Fever has a problem where they're constantly on fire. So the ball comes towards them and the ball burns. They're like, well, it's not my fun winning. I can't help it. And Vote God is actually just sitting in the corner, just reading the book, just quietly, just not really paying attention. They're just like, they don't really care about getting involved in any of this. And when Vote God sees you, he waves at both of you. He's like,
all right, we'll go. I'll head over there. I don't know if Solar comes with me, but you know,
I'll head over.
I'm like, God, these pricks again. They're so fucking like in your face about how good they are. It's ridiculous.
Vote God takes off his glasses, their glasses, and they go, "Oh, it's good to see you. How's it going? I heard about the Bronze Hawk. You just hit the news today. I've got a newspaper and everything."
Already? In the news?
Yeah. Already here. It's surprising. I think, your better shade, whatever the name is.
The Black Shade?
Yeah, the better version of you. They apparently were responsible for the capturing of it too, according to the news.
Yeah, sure.
Apparently a whole bunch of stuff happened through that. Do you want to take a look?
No, I'm alright.
Oh, okay. Solar, you're in it. It has a really, and then you see him like go a little bit red. Goes, it has a really good picture of you in there. If you wanted.
Yeah, of course. I grab out of his hands, accidentally touching his hand in the process.
Okay. There's a tiny shock of electricity running through your hands when you do that, and he pulls his hands back. Goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You carry on. It's great." You grab the paper, and naturally, being Vote Guard, you can see the paper is like electronic paper, and it's like it's basically changing channels throughout to show what you are looking for, and you can see the picture of the bronze hawk, basically being captured by Black Shade and being let out, and the whole thing says the Shade family once again stops a notorious villain from wrecking Halcyon City, and everything's pretty cool. There is something you spot while looking at the paper that you didn't do before, though. It's showing his broken armor, like busted from you blasting your wings and everything else, and there's a crack on the chest. And from the crack on the chest, you see something is glowing there. You don't remember that being there before, but you hadn't really looked at him properly when he was captured. It was not on the ground. You were doing interviews. You didn't really care about that. But on his chest, there's a crack, and there's something glowing within it.
What color is it?
It's essentially the same color and hue from the paper that you can tell as the Sunstone. Of course, the Sunstone is much bigger and shouldn't fit it, but it's the same energy style look that you're looking at from there.
I don't mention this, I just take note of it.
Are you done with that paper?
Oh yeah, and I hand it back accidentally.
It's not
Touching.
I'm going to be like, Shade's going to be like, yeah, it's not really a paper, is it? It's more like a tablet or something.
Well, it's electronic paper. That's kind of what we do. My father made it, so I just got it.
Of course he did.
He starts and goes, "I'm sorry. I just," and like he looks towards you, and like his demeanor comes back to normal again. And he's like, "I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know why I'm talking to you right now. But what matters is that I showed you the paper and everyone's happy. Now I'm off to play dodgeball. You boys in?
Well, I'm a boy. She's a girl.
I meant that figuratively.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm in.
All right. I'm not going to take you to the dodgeball game.
But I'm
But
probably last.
you-
I'm probably picked last though, because everyone
You're-
really hates me.
You'll always pick last, Shade. That's just the way it is. Everyone knows your legacy, but nobody's afraid to come up to you because they don't know where in the legacy you are until you gain that level. So you go through the game itself. We play a bit of dodgeball. It's a bit funny and hilarious. The other two young council don't really interact with you that much. They're like playing on other fields and stuff like that, and just having a blast. PE slowly seems to be coming to an end. And it's almost time for you, basically, school to end for you to go home.
Well, it's only 2 classes. That's brilliant. I like that. I'd have loved that school.
James, if you question my school sense one more time, I will burn you.
Okay.
Anyway, carry on. It's almost time to go home. Where do you two live?
I imagine it's like almost a boarding school.
Oh, okay, we can make it a boarding school.
So we're we well, I don't know. Most of us sleep, I guess, in like halls and stuff. In the actual, on the grounds. We don't really travel to and from school. There are some who do, and it's considered a privilege to be able to travel from the school to your home during the week. I mean, obviously weekends you get to go home because it's in the same city. It's just they find it more of a controlling. They find the environment more controlling, or more able to, like, if anyone's got any powers that they may not have full control over, it's better for them to be here than travelling from home to school and back again. So a lot of the younger ones as well are kept on the premises, like you would a boarding school.
All right. Would you say then that both of you stay in the school for the boarding school area? Would that be fair?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna split you two up for the moment because school is ended. There's nothing else that interesting to go in. You know full well that usually you're not allowed permission to go out unless you're on a specific case that you're trying to solve and got permission. At which point the guardian will let you out the massive doors. The school itself is surrounded by a geo wall around the school to keep it basically safe from villains and everything else. So the guardian is the one that basically stays in front and keeps it all secure because he controls the earth. So when you go to bed, Sola, how do you contact your family, or how do they get in contact with you?
So I have it's effectively a part of my abilities. I can send like solar rays back with signals and
That sounds
communicate
pretty
back and forth that way.
In that case, when it's evening time and the sun is basically setting, and before the guardian has sealed you all in, and is like, because he can make it translucent, he can make glass as well, so like rays can come in. You come in to find your bedroom is slightly warmer than before. And you know this is because they've sent through solar rays in there for you to pull into yourself to get their message.
Yep, so I'll pull in their messages.
Yeah, your solar ray answer phone message is, please leave a light after the light.
The message comes through, and it's very simple and fast normal way, which is, hello, also Kimco, we miss you. Please come home. We will send others for Sunstone. Would appreciate. The second part of the message is like a catch up with like Sid is having great time over home, just discovered how to shoot lasers from eyes, really trying to get over the whole like frost breath thing, not sure where that power comes from. Appreciate it, probably got it from his dad. But there's a final bit at the very bottom that kind of surprises you. That goes obligatory message from Head Solar. Athena has been spotted in your world. If meeting Athena, proceed with caution. Do not engage. Warn us immediately. You know, Athena is known as one of the higher level criminals from your area. And it would make sense that they would be here because most likely they're also looking for the Sunstone. They're also like a really big scientist and stuff like that. And basically, they're throwing out a warning for you to not go looking into it. Any leads on Soulstone, let us know. Love, Mum, Dad.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to do before I jump off you?
I will not do anything. I will choose to not heed their warning and request.
That's entirely fair.
What I like
Meanwhile-
about what I like about this relationship with ours, right, is I probably try and do the right thing, but Solar is constantly dragging me down, and I get blamed for it, like
I don't know why you
constantly.
keep saying that. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't
Constantly.
think I'm dragging you down.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Thanks.
At the same time, James, the Shade, Timothy goes home. You go to your room. What does your room look like?
Well, I guess it's hall, so I guess I'm sharing it with like it's like a load of beds.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No,
'cause-
I'm assuming though, for privacy, because you're teenagers, you have a room with like
would we?
2 bunk beds in it. That would make the most sense to me.
all right, okay.
It wouldn't be like it's a whole. It won't be like a military hall because then that would be a bit too much.
I was thinking like Harry Potter, but yeah. I mean, I didn't go to boarding school. I don't know if you can't tell.
Yeah, those of us who did go to boarding school, we know you don't always have just a room full of beds. Not always. Sometimes it happens. It depends on what you want.
Yeah,
But
sure. Okay,
I
yeah,
think
sure.
For privacy reasons, I think it makes sense to do that. Who do you share a room with?
I share a room with the Dazzler, which is known as the Dazzler. He's really fast. He's very excitable, and his metabolism, his super speed is always on. So he's like when he eats, like he eats really fast, but to him he's eating very slowly and stuff. So it's like he's constantly living. Like if he tries to slow down to like everyone else's pace, it's so boring. It's like really boring for him. So that's why he seems really excitable.
Cool. You come in to fight him on the roof, on the ceiling.
On the
running
ceiling.
in a circle on the ceiling.
Well, Daz, what are you doing?
That's okay. Everything's fine. I'm just trying to put in place to make sure my hair's good.
Sorry, slow down.
You're like lands on his feet, goes, I am trying to give myself control over my feng shui.
Isn't that?
That makes sense to you? Do you get that? Do you get it? Can I go back?
Sure, but isn't Feng
Okay,
Shui?
fine.
Isn't Feng Shui like gardening stuff, like laying out of objects in a certain position?
He pauses, and this time when he hits the ground, he hits it head first. It goes, ow! And then flips up, goes, actually, that makes more sense. Actually, this makes more sense. Why did he tell me it was the other way around? I gotta go beat up some guy, I'll be right back. Whoop! And then zooms out the room.
Oh god, I'm gonna get blamed for this as well. So
You better give him a razzle dazzle.
so I'm gonna just I guess do homework. Hey.
All right, you're about to sit down for homework, and there's a
I'll get up. Who is it?
vote guard.
Who?
Vote guard. The electrical elemental you met earlier.
Oh, okay. I'll go answer the door. Yes.
Hi,
Hiya.
how's it going?
I'm alright.
So, here's the thing. It's nearly the weekend, and some of us are getting ready to go home. I know you don't tend to go home, but we're thinking of throwing a party down near the docks later tonight. And we're wondering if you and Sola were interested.
Well, so I'm sure Sola can think for herself, but I mean,
Yes,
I've got.
but I know you two are teens, and I don't have Sola's number.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be free because I've got homework to do. Yes.
Really? Homework?
Well, yes.
Okay, if you don't want to come, I'm more than happy for you not to come. But can you pass the message on to Sola? Because I'm okay if they want to come too, because they're their own person, right?
Sure.
Cool. Or you can just give me her number, and I can just call myself. I'll probably see sometime next.
I'll give you your number.
Yeah, that'd be great. Actually, if you could do that, thank you. Yeah, he pulls out. He like electrically pulls out a phone and like flips it over towards you to put a number in.
Yeah, I basically spell out "go fuck you," basically.
And he's like,
I'll close the door.
"No fucking bother." Are you gonna tell Sula about the party?
Yeah, I'll message her going.
Right, cool.
Twat
Talk amongst
face.
yourselves.
Twat face has got a fucking party down at the docks. I'm sure it's off limits. But, you know, it's the cool kids, you know, the jocks of the school, so they can pretty much do whatever they want. He wants you to go there. Do you know? He's invited both of us. I've got too much homework really to go.
You know, so I read the message as it comes across, and I reply back saying, "You've got homework. You're not finished yet." ...
That's all I will send back.
Well, I'm going, so...
No, I'm not. You try sleeping with... Yeah, no, sorry. You try living with someone who constantly needs attention.
I mean, I hang out with you a lot, and you seem like you need a lot of attention, so...
I don't, what fucking attention?
Keep going, guys. Keep going.
I mean, how would it have gone earlier today if I didn't help you out?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. What would happen if I didn't put us in shadow so that he can attack and see us?
I could have just blinded him.
James, it's shade. It sounds like you're being thrown shade over by Solar Siren. Do you believe their words? Do you think you could not have handled that on your own?
No, I think I could have handled it myself.
In which case, you are rejecting their influence over you. Because they have influence over you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you reject someone's influence, it's also in the basic moves, in the preferable moves, you roll +0. There's a reject someone's influence button on there. Click that, and if you roll a success, you get to do cool things.
I got an 8.
Okay. With an 8, you can pick one of the following. You can either clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong that you don't need them to save people. You can shift one label up, one label down of your choice, or you can cancel their influence over you and take a +1 forward against them.
I'm going to clear my guilty.
I think that's fair, but you need to act to prove them wrong that you don't need them to be a superhero. How are you going to do that? How are you going to prove that?
I'm going to go out patrolling tonight by myself while they're at the party.
Well, you need to tell them that. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say, fine. You go to the party. I'll do the patrol by myself tonight.
When was the party?
Tonight.
What time would you say it is now?
It is about 8 o'clock.
And the party's like
10.
Okay.
Because all good parties start at 10. I don't know. I'm not cool. I'm not hip. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's really late.
Let's get out. You work at a nightclub.
Just gotta go into the night.
Yeah, that's not evening. That's night.
I'm not even gonna see his message because I'm getting ready.
You're like, whatever. I don't care. All right. Now comes the next problem. How are you both going to get out of school? The Guardian has sealed the place off, so you need a permission or some kind of way to get past the Guardian, and you're both doing this individually. What is your plan? How are you going to do it?
Well, like I established, that the school sends us out on patrols every
Yes,
few
but
nights.
you're not due on patrol today. You're due to do homework.
That's because I didn't want to go with them, because they would tell me to flob it off.
That is true, but for all intents and purposes, you're not on the patrol list today. How are you going to put yourself on the patrol list?
I'm going to ask to be put on the patrol list.
Okay, we'll do your scene later. How about you, J-Wall? How is Sola going to get on the, get to go out?
So, Vault Guard who wanted me to go, is he able to just go as he pleases?
Yes, because he is one of the young council, so he can go to Guardian and be like,
Okay.
my father says I'm allowed to go.
Yeah, so, assuming they haven't left yet,
Mm-hmm.
I will go to them.
All right, I like it. Let's play that scene out now. So, usually they'll gather up near the entrance to get ready to leave, and that's where they'll be. They're both all wearing generic, like much nicer looking clothes for the time. What are you dressed as?
So, I'm dressed a bit different to how I usually dress. Same general, like, costumey clothing, but a bit more... I mean, bear in mind we're playing teenagers, but a bit sexier, I guess.
Yeah, sexy, but PG-13 sexy.
Yeah.
Like Hermione Granger in Goblet of Fire sexy. So it's
Yeah,
hot,
it's like-
but it's legal. And I
Yeah,
don't feel
it's,
weird.
It's like a knee-length skirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I'll go up to Vault Guard and I'll just say, so, we're heading out?
Voss like, you came. You're here. Wow. Yes. Yeah, sure. We're going. Absolutely. Yes. Come with us. Yo, Flame. Yo, Geo. And they're both like, oh. And they both look at you and they try not to act scornful because I want to support your friend, but a little bit like, she's not with us. She's not with us. She's someone else. But they take it on board and like, it's nice to meet you. Come along with us. It'll be grand. And the three or four of you actually walk out together, heading towards the party. Meanwhile, you need to go talk to the Guardian to be put on the list.
Okay, I'm going to go speak to the Guardian.
All right, the Guardian is currently standing by the door, arms folded, and he's got like a big stone tablet next to him with the names of people who've just left.
He slides it up and down, yeah. Yeah, like a tablet.
Focus.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Focus.
I get told off in-game and out-of-game.
He's got a big tablet in front of him with like the names written on the list. And he's like, he looks at it and goes, Young Shade.
Mm-hmm. I've come to put my name down to help out. Extra credit, as they say.
You need a partner. Where is your partner?
She's not here.
You will need a new partner. Perhaps you can work with someone you already know. Is there someone else you know that could help you?
I think Dazzler's already down for the tonight. He's on
He
the
looks
list.
over the list and goes, Dazzler called in sick. Apparently his keychains were not aligned.
Fuck's sake. Look, I really need to do this.
He looks over at you. Remember, you're teenagers. You can't talk someone into doing something nice for you, but you can provoke them. Now, I don't know how you're going to provoke a walking stone golem, but I'm sure you can think of a way. If that doesn't work, you can go get Dazzler. It's up to you. I don't want to hold you back on the street.
I'm going to be like, my father gave his life for this city. Isn't it about time that people started to give me some form of respect? Because, my father died for all of you.
Why don't you roll superior and see if you can get that provoke off?
Could that be a symbol of authority?
Ooh. Ooh, yes, I think that's fair. I think that does work. I'll let you use symbol authority in this case.
Watch me roll a 6. Oh no, 9.
9. All right, read it off. What does it say?
On a hit. So is that? Oh, it is a hit.
Yep, it's a
They
hit.
choose one. They do what you say. They get out of your way. They attack you at a disadvantage, or they freeze.
Oh, what's called? Is that it? That's all you get?
Yeah, and they choose one, not me.
Exactly. That's the big part is important. The guardian folds their hands and they go, on this occasion, I think it is fair that I allow you a chance to leave. But you will not go alone. He reaches down into like his chest and he pulls out a small miniature like version of him, like a tiny guardian, like a really cute little baby guardian thing. And he reaches down and holds it onto you. Keep this with you at all times. If there's trouble, break it. I will come.
Okay.
And then he sends you on patrol.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh. He goes, I will give you your route. And then he reaches for the tablet, pulls it out, and there is like a map like drawn on it with a patrol route for you to take. And he passes that to you.
Okay, I'll take that.
Excellent.
Do I drop? And what I'll probably do, what it probably does is I probably like press my phone against it, and it uploads the route into Google Maps. You see.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, you like click and it's done. Easy.
Do I lose guilty?
He doesn't use. Go on.
Do I lose guilty?
No. Why would you lose guilty?
Because I chose the when I resisted the influence thing.
Yeah. You clear guilty. Clear it. I forgot about that. Sorry, my bad. All right, I think we established enough like background story to put everyone to the right places. Everybody cool? Because we're about to go into high octane action again in a minute. Okay, no one any problems. I'm just doing a vibe check.
No, I'm good.
Excellent. Okay, here we go. The party starts up, and you come in towards this you're on a pier, Solar Siren, and the pier has like lights running along the side, like small little lights lit up all the way across. And on the other side of the lights, there's this big building, and you can already hear the music is thumping in there, and people are going freaking crazy. And as soon as you get inside, you open the door, and it's like, and inside there's like a glowing like ball in the middle, and someone is floating inside, and light just shining off them, and it's glittering off the ball, and it's giving this little disco ball look around the area. And it's like an amazing light show. It's also perfectly safe, no epileptic problems whatsoever. I got you, homie. And it's like glistening around the area, shining around the whole place, giving a whole like beautiful lit up wonderful area, and it looks incredible. A whole bunch of people are in here, but the second you walk in, everyone's like, Young Council, woo! Flame Fever like comes in and like basically gets up in the air and lets flames out, but like, woo! They're not cheering on. Flame Fever's like, right, I gotta go, my people need me, I'll see you later, bye. And they just rush up in the middle. Geo Dynamo is like being picked up by all these jocks, and is like being taken over, like grabbing a beer keg to push down him. And Volgot's like, well, I guess we're here. Do you wanna drink?
Yeah, sure.
I'll get you one. I'll be right back. And they sort of go off and they start to like pick up drinks and like bring it over to you to like.
You're gonna get spiked.
I'm not going to spike the drink. I just want to warn that. I'm not gonna. That's not okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. They coming up and they look up at you and they pass you a drink and they have the airs in the hand. They take a sip and they're like, so how'd you find Earth?
How'd I find Earth? I thought you knew.
I mean, I know, but I mean, how do you find it here? I know you're not from here. You're from
Eos.
Eos, that's the one. How is it here? Do you like it? Is it okay?
It's different. I mean, I hang around Shade a lot, of course, and he's an interesting fellow.
he's Is it okay if I say something?
Feel free.
Shade's all right, but it's just my father and their fathers always say we should remember Gray Shade and all the work they did for us and all that. And Black Shade is all right and everything they do too, and we respect that, because like it's a legacy, keep going on. We understand it too. We also have big shoes to fill, but sometimes Black Shade acts like he's not part of us. I know my father have asked him to be part of the elementals over and over again, and he says no, he won't do it. Not since Gray Shade died. And we don't really know what the problem is. But sometimes when we see Shade, he hasn't even had his colors yet, we get that same feeling like he doesn't want to be part of us. And he should be. He's closer to an elemental as it is. But we don't know what the problem is. He's always against us, and we just can't. I don't know. He's just weird and odd, and we don't get it. But all the Shades have been like that. They want to be their own lone wolves and do their own thing and not hang out with us. And we're all kids together, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, this is one of those weird Earth customs, I feel like, where you just don't all get together and just help each other. I mean, back on Eos, it was like one collective community, and we just all helped each other.
Wait, how does that work?
We just did what was best.
You just always get it working, and that's it?
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that didn't and broke the way that we always followed by, but we outcast them. But here on Earth, that seems quite common, so it's very strange to me, but I suppose it's something I need to learn more about.
I think you should roll on Not So Different after all.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that's Not So Different after all, or Alien Ways?
Alien Ways is a passive. Although, actually, I'll give it to you. I'll give you Alien Ways. I think that's fair.
Okay.
No. You have to openly disregard or undermine a thing.
Okay, yeah.
That's not.
I didn't quite say it was. This is stupid.
So, yeah, this is dumb. Friendship is dumb. Get out.
I'll do Not So Different after all.
Make the roll.
Because I appreciate that he wants him to be part of, like, this thing, and Shade is resisting. So I roll that. Submit. 7. So
7?
On a 7 to 9, choose one. I either confess a flaw of my home, add one to the team pool, mislead them about my home, take influence, or describe the glories of my home, clear condition. I will. What will I do? I will mislead them because it is not quite as good as I am telling them.
Really? What's so bad about it?
What
is it that you're misleading them specifically?
I'm straight up lying. I said that, yeah, we all get together, we all like work together for the community. Very few people care about that.
Oh, wow. So would you say you're very individualistic on your people?
There's a lot of individual communities rather than one big one. And they all have their own view on how things should be done.
So like with factions?
Yeah. A big part of that is, like, each faction is seeking the Sunstone to further their agenda.
That's pretty fair.
They're like Aspen Woods.
All right.
Yeah, that gave me influence over them.
Yes, write down you have influence over Vault Guard. You might use it later to help you out. And remember, you're +1 when you do anything against them. So, you come through, and Vault Guard's listening to your words, he's just mesmerized. He's just absolutely loving all of it. And as you're about to go through and make it all done, you see Geo come over, and Geo's like, "Yo, Vault Dog, gonna take a hit. You down?" And Vault looks over at them like, "No," and looks over at you, goes, "We're gonna take something we're gonna do something, and it won't be long. Is it okay if I leave you here?"
Yeah. Go have fun.
Okay, we'll be right back. And they sort of like walk off into the distance to sort of like go into like one of the passageways to go through. We'll cut away from you and we'll do the patrol with Shade. Shade, it's patrol time.
Mm-hmm.
Your route is taking you through the city and sort of going around. What is your plan for your route? How do you normally do this? Describe it to me. Describe how you travel around the route of patrol.
Oh well, I travel. Well, I generally travel along the pavement, on the ground level, because I mean, being too high up, sometimes you can spot more, but sometimes you overlook the stuff that's happening right under your nose. Where if I'm on ground level, they have to be very small to be under my nose.
Okay, that sounds fair.
So yes, I probably just like travel as a shade, I guess. Like I'm just literally a shadow that's moving across the streets at night.
That sounds pretty good. You're making your way through this best you can, and then you come up to what you hear something on your way, and you look up and you can see it's a bunch of people, and they're by a door to a jewelry store, and they've picked up they've got like a thing that they've put down, and they're like burning through the lock like the best they can, just burning through it.
There's no like locksmith van parked outside, is there?
Nope.
Okay, so it's not like locksmiths trying to like open a
You're
store.
pretty
up.
certain they're not supposed to be all in there.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to like throw up the shadow or throw up the shade, and from a disembodied voice tell them to freeze, and put your hands up. You have been caught by the young
Shade.
council. The young council. Yeah, Shade. Yeah, we'll go with Shade because I don't want to give them any more fucking credit than they get.
That sounds fair. In that case, use symbol of authority again.
Can I? Oh, I can do that. Okay.
Yeah, because like you're a superhero. They know who you are. They will listen to you. Bronze was like, I'm gonna kick your ass. It doesn't matter what you say. These people will recognize your authority and move the heck away.
Oh, that's a full hit.
All right. What happens on a full hit?
I get +1 forward against them.
All right. Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the questions again?
Nope, I know it because it's they'll either do what you say, get out of your way, attack at disadvantage, or freeze. They choose to freeze. They all of them stop moving, look at you, go, oh shit. Is it Shade? What do we do? I don't know. We should do something. It's dark. I can't see. Me neither. Okay, get ready to run when we get a chance. But they've frozen. They stopped doing what they're doing. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to entangle all of them so they can't run away.
I'm not going to make you roll. These people are terrified of you and they're frozen. You do it, you bring the shadow in, you wrap it around them, and they're all tied up, and they drop the equipment they're holding.
And then I'll phone the police.
All right. You reach down to pick up the phone for the police, and you look down towards the thing that they're using. And it looks like it's just like almost like a staff that's going off. And as you pick up the phone and look down towards it, something turns you, and you look at it towards it and closer. The make of it, the style it's shaped, and the color of the light that's coming off it is the same thing as Solar Sirens' light blasts, and also Solar Sirens' like general fashion clothing when they're wearing it. It's that same coloring style, and it's got the same like constant loop.
I'm gonna grab the staff, take a picture, and send a picture to Solus and go, "What's this?" ?
Okay, Solus, you just got a text message.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'll have a look.
All right. He's taking a picture of one of the more like used weapons from your people.
Like rapidly respond back saying, "Where'd you get this? Where is this? Where are you?"
I'm between Fifth and Green Street. Oh, near the jewelry, next to the jewelry, but Green Defender, whatever his name was. What was it? Green Protector. Green Warden tried robbing once. The exact same bloody building, in fact. Is there something inside this building that that people are trying to get to?
So I quickly like run outside the door
Stop.
and go.
You go to run outside and you're about to leave on, and you feel this energy bit hit you, like whoop. Like you know how your telekinesis pulls in the sun's rays?
Mhm.
You feel it coming towards you, like you're absorbing the sun's rays. And you're not quite sure how that's possible because the sun is down. But you turn up towards the person that's giving off the lights in that wonderful big glowing area, and you see the light has changed. It's now this basking, almost solar style glow that's coming off them over and over again. You can't see them clearly because the light is blinding off, but everyone has stopped and they're all like this. They're like, and they're absorbing the light. You see, normal, basic bitch humans are absorbing the solar rays.
There was one in particular, did you say?
No, there's one one up there giving out the strobe lighting. They're giving off the solar rays,
Okay.
and everyone else is just like, ha.
So I will slowly move towards so I can get a better look at them.
All right. You start to move, you're like, something is up with that. You start to move towards it sort of carefully. And as you do, you bump into Geo Dynamo, who's like just like young guy, quite also good looking because there's no ugly people in the show. But it's up to you to decide where he's good looking at. And they're like, yo, where are you going? Stay, just absorb, enjoy, embrace the light.
I assume it's having no real effect on me apart from I feel rays.
You're just like, whatever is this shit? It's light. I'm liking it, but like it doesn't make a difference. You're used to this shit. It's not intoxicating like it is to them.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels different.
Does it feel like how it usually does, or does it feel like a different kind of energy?
It feels like a different kind of energy, but on the same level. It
Okay.
feels more tainted.
So moving closer again.
Just like, whoa. Nobody gets close to the ball. You gotta stay here.
I assume all like the strobe lights and stuff are still going on.
Yep.
I will shoot a ray at the ball
This is gonna go bam towards it, right?
with an attempt to like kind of dazzle, to daze, and shatter the ball.
Okay. So you just like, you lift up your hand to go blast it just directly. And as you do, you go for the blast and the flame wall comes up and blocks it. It goes bam directly. And Flame Fever's like, yo, what the hell? What's wrong with you? I thought you were cool. They all seem to be having a slight glow on their eyes. And they're both approaching you carefully. What do you do?
Remember, kids, don't do drugs.
So I guess they're on like either side of me.
Yeah, sure, why not?
They'll just fly upwards.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Give it a
Okay,
try.
unleash your powers.
Yep.
This should be a fairly easy thing for you to do, as you basically try to avoid them. I don't see why it should be a difficult roll.
11.
All right, you boost on up into the air, and then you're floating above them. People are like, whoa, and the strobe light is going more and more as you do. But now you can see the person inside. The person inside is glowing, and the light is coming off them. But you can see that their body is like a sort of like odd neon sort of styling and glowing yellow eyes as they're emitting the light over and over from the ball. And as you keep it going over and over again, they sort of pause from looking up and slowly look down towards you and smile and cock their head. You recognize Athena. I'm giving you a chance to say something, but I'm gonna say, they go, well, the young Kimco grown at last. How good to see you on this fine earth, and me not behind a cell for once. Your parents' factions put me here, and I will be making sure this is the last place you stay. Me and my army. Now you can. We'll jump away from you for a moment. James, what are you doing?
Well, I'm waiting for a message back to see what she's doing. If if I don't hear anything shortly, I'm gonna. Well, I'll start like phoning the police or whatever number.
Good. You pick up the phone to phone the police. It's busy.
How is the police? Okay, all right. Okay.
It's busy. No, that's a very good question. How are the police line busy? Doesn't make any sense. That's when you turn towards your left and you see other shops around the area are having people slowly starting to break in. An alarm goes off like doop, 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 and you see people breaking in and going in. This time they're holding what looks like a dagger with the glow coming off it. You turn towards your right and you see another, like a McDonald's, a Greg's. There's a Greg's there. Allow that, man. There's a Greg's on the side, and someone's basically put their hands on the window, and they're wearing these gloves, and the gloves are glowing the same orange, they're like red on the yellow, and they've pulled the glass with it, so people can go in there and grab like the best sausage rolls. You turn towards your right, and the bank that sits up there, the floor has been like caved off by this person holding what looks like a shovel with that same solar glow on it, shoving it in and lifting it up to open the door.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the little totem that was given to me. I'm gonna smash it against, or whatever I need to do, like either crash it, smash it against the.
You smash against the ground, and 3 golems just rise up from the ground, and they look towards you, and they go on their knees, like they're waiting for you to give them some instructions.
I'm gonna be like, 2 of you try and prevent as many of these breaking in as possible. You report back to the school and let the guardian. Is it the Grey Guardian? The Guardian know that the town that this area has gone into utter chaos.
They all 3 of them nod. They don't speak. One like starts to like power run towards it, and the others like run towards it, start grabbing people, start shaking them up to stop them from being bad. One's about to crush the other one's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. And then listen, puts it like a cage, and then puts an earth around to seal it, and they start like trying to like arrest and stop people as best they can. But that's what you're doing now so far. We jump back towards you, Solar. Solar, what do you do in this? Do you text them back again, by the way, James? Do you go, hey, where are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, where are you? Shit's hit the fan.
Your phone is buzzing.
Is it fair to say we would probably have something like an emergency number?
Yeah, let's say you have like a text. You can push a button to instantly send your location to someone.
Yeah, so I'll press that.
All right. Yeah, you're like. And so you slam it down to get it sorted out. You get the text that instantly gives the location of where they are there. Shade.
So that means she's in danger, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm heading there.
Good.
If you hadn't headed down, I'd been like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay. How are you gonna get there fast enough? It's like on the other side of town. You need to get there fast.
Oh, grandfather, I know you're watching.
Okay, how are you gonna get your grandfather to help you get there faster?
We have shadow portals, so we could probably walk through one shadow and come out somewhere else in another shadow.
But you need to get your grandfather to help you. How are you gonna do that?
Solar's in danger. And I know she's your favourite.
How do you contact them?
He's probably fucking watching, Lloyd. He's probably judging. He's probably judging from a shadow.
I'm just gonna go to a shadow and be like, Granddad, Granddad, please help me. You know what? I love that. I like that. You go, Granddad. You turn to him and go, Granddad, and he pops on and goes, yes.
I said we need to get to Solar. She's fired up the emergency the panic button on the phone.
Where is she?
She's over by the docks, I believe. I'll look.
He looks at the docks, goes, I can't sense a shadow near there. Something is blocking me.
Well,
no matter.
is it?
He grabs you, puts you inside the shadow, lifts you up, and you're like nothing but shadow, but you become an arrow, and he just basically shoots you towards it.
Okay.
And you're like going, ah! Meanwhile, inside, all right, you've pushed the button. Athena is looking and going, what do you do?
So,
Because if you don't take an action, I'm about to.
oh, okay. I know. I will say that I am a bit startled by this, and don't know how to act in this situation.
Fantastic. Athena goes, my warriors of Earth, my young council, stop them. At which point, a lightning bolt from beneath you comes flying up and it slams directly into you. And you go flying out the window and you land on the pier. As you land on the pier, Vote God is floating above. And he's got like, he's got the glowing eyes, but he's also got like a visor on one side and like this like awesome looking text floating around him. Like this weird computerized text around him, and he's typing on it slowly, and lightning is blowing off the other eye. And the same time, Flame Fever and Geo step out onto the pier. They both look pissed off. Take a powerful blow.
Okay. Five.
Good. That's a great thing. Market potential, and you're not hurt. You're just really lucky at rolling these. You should be proud of that. As you land and you roll on the ground and you get up dramatically, not hurt whatsoever, there's an ah, and like a shadow slams next to you. Another slam next to you, it reforms, and standing next to you conveniently for the camera shot, so we can see the three kids and you for the like the panel of the comic later on, is the Shade.
What?
You have 3 seconds to catch them up before someone starts getting punched. Go.
So, they're all bad. You need to stop them.
Time's
Okay.
gone.
And I just
Shadow. I'll fire up a shadow.
No, you won't. No, you won't. The first thing you're going to do is we're going to engage a threat together. So
Okay.
before you do anything else, when you first encounter an enemy in a scene and you're about to go in, you basically enter battle against a dangerous foe. When you do that, I add 2 to the team pool, which I should do so now.
And what can we do with the team ball? What can we do with the team ball?
If someone else rolls and they fail by like 1, you can spend 1 on the team pool to help them succeed.
Okay.
You can also, if you fail, use the team pool to act selfishly to shift your label so you can succeed. Now, who is the team leader for this fight?
I would assume me.
Okay. Do you have influence over everyone in the team?
Yes.
Okay, that's another team point to add to it, so that's 4. Do you all have the same purpose in the fight?
Yes.
No, I don't know what's going on.
That sounds fair, so no. Does anyone mistrust the other?
No.
Well,
I don't.
I don't.
trust.
I don't mistrust Solar, but I'm sure she doesn't really like me anyway. The way she's been acting.
Yeah, not liking you and mistrusting you are not the same. They can not like you, but trust you to do the right thing. So, Sola, do you trust or mistrust Shade?
I've spent a decent amount of time with Shade now. I'd say that I trust him.
All right. And finally, are you ill-prepared or off-balance?
Yes.
All right, team pool is 3, which is great. Okay, let's do this. So, you land, you explain those 3 things. Before you can throw up your shadow, Geodynamo has already acted. He slammed his foot on the pier, and beneath both of you, the floor, like a walk wall, it's rising up, like it's like jutting out dramatically beneath both of you to throw you both in the air. What do one of you do? One of you needs to take an action right now to stop that, or do something else. What do you do?
So I will grab Shade and we'll fly up safely.
Nice. Roll defend.
8.
8. All right. Pick one. Add 1 to the team pool. Gain influence of a Shade, or clear condition.
I can only get influence once, can't I?
If you get it again, they shift their labels. You shift their labels. So you make them into someone you influence them enough to make them to someone you think they are.
I will shift their labels by gaining more influence.
Okay, so what do you want to shift up and what do you want to shift down?
I can choose anything.
Yep.
Okay, I would like to shift up their freak
Mm-hmm.
and knock down their mundane.
Okay. Your freak goes up, your mundane goes down, James.
You're at 0 on both now.
Oh wow.
Secondly, do you want to escape the situation or do you want to expose yourself to danger?
I'll expose myself.
All right. You grab and pull, but it's not enough for you to stop the rock from slamming into you. And the both of you slide away, but you're floating and holding him as best you can. Mark a condition of your choice.
I will take angry.
Yeah. All right. James, what do you do? You're floating in the air. What's called flame fever is leapt off in full fire form and is flying towards you. Vault God is doing some calculations.
So the woman who's glowing brightly, I'm gonna.
It's not there.
Oh, she's
They're
not there.
You don't see. No, they're not there. They've sent the kids ahead, not them.
Oh, is there? But there's bright lights, right? You said.
Yeah, there are bright lights. Yes, everywhere. It's just glowing all over the place. It's flying.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna unleash your powers.
Hold up. How? What are you doing?
How? Well,
What are you doing?
well, if there's a load of bright lights in the air, right? Shadows are darkest in front of bright lights.
So
Tendrils literally everywhere, just out of every shadow that's been cast by the.
are you attacking people with these tendrils, or are you just throwing them at the fallows?
I am. What? No. Then I guess they technically attacking, but I'm trying to restrain them because I
That's
think they're
still
under
an attack.
influence. Okay. All right.
So directly engage the target. Roll danger. As you're like, "Whoa! Tendrils." James, don't get angry. James, it's just the way life works, okay? Mark potential. Remember, every time you fail, you mark potential. All right, you reach out your tendrils with the light around you to like keep it up, and it wraps up like Geodynamo and Vault Guard in these like tendrils, and you're like, I've got them. But then both of them start glowing, their eyes start glowing, and the light is emanating of the same light that comes off Solar. Comes off them, and they burn away your tendrils, and it's kind of a little bit terrifying. Mark afraid, as you realize that your dark shadow cannot touch these people, and it kind of scares you a little.
Okay.
My boy, my girl, in fact, Sola, what'd you do?
So, who's closest of the three?
Whichever one you want, you can fly.
Yep, that's true. I will go up to, well, from a distance, up flying, I will go say to Vault Guard, you need to stop. You need to see what's happening here.
Okay, so you're like trying to talk to them to keep it going. Now, normally I will allow talking to get through to people, but because you're trying to talk, it means you need to stop, and that means that you need to get past the other two to do that. So if you can find a way to get past those two, I'll allow you to talk to him next time it comes around to you.
Okay.
You also, by the way, holding shade above the water. That's very important.
I mean, I'll rest shade down.
So what? You just drop them into water, into
no, on the ground.
On the other side. Remember, you're on a pier, so you're gonna drop them on the beach, or you're gonna drop them on the pier.
On the beach.
Okay, so you're like, Shade, chill for a second. I'll be right back. And you're gonna try and get past the two of them to get to him.
Yes.
All right. In that case, you are unleashing your powers because you're not trying to hurt them. You're just trying to get past them. So you're not trading blows. So unleash your powers.
12.
Done. You like, whoop. Describe it. Actually, I'll let you do it. You can tell me how you do it.
No, like high speed, just fly straight past before they're able to act.
And they're like, what the hell? And you're in front of Vault Guard, who's still got the calculations, but is glowing that right. Now say what you want to say. And we'll just do that both in one go before we go back to James.
Vault Guard, you need to stop what you're doing here. You need to see reality. And I go to put my hand on him.
Okay. Roll provoke. Remember, because you have influence over him, you get a +1.
Yep. 9.
All right. So, with provoke, it's special. When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do and roll superior, which you just did. If you roll a 10 plus, they do what you want. They rise to the bait and go, no, this is dumb. But on a 79, they can choose one.
I'd like to use the team pool then to increase J-Wall's 9 to a 10.
Oh, how are you going to do it?
Yay! Go Sailor!
No, James. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. You can help in any way, just not a yay, go say. Like remember, Vote God thinks that you don't like Vote God, so insulting Vote God would also help. Just don't call him a C when
I assume they're under some influence. I'm gonna be like, they're mind control that you need to snap them out.
I'll give it to you. You say this, and Vote God looks at you strangely. But as he does, the light is glowing off his eyes, and you see him starting to right himself, and he's like, "What the? Why? What's happening?" And as he says, "What's happening?" At the same time, both Geo and Flame split up. Geo is coming towards you specifically, James.
Okay.
Shade. Whereas Flame is flying towards you full on Superman mode. I'm gonna fire punch you in the face. Shade, the man who controls Earth is rushing towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take it
I can't hear you because you mute yourself.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna never give up, never surrender. I'm gonna stand my ground and take it.
Are you assuming that Geo Dynamo is stronger than you?
I assume so. Yes.
Because I don't think that's true. He's about the same level as you.
I would say, okay.
Equal kids, yeah. So he's not stronger than you. He just has a different set of powers.
I just thought he had. I just thought his powers, because they'd be different. They may be more powerful physically rather than. Okay, so he's coming at me. Well, I want to confuse them. I want to confuse them so they don't know which way is up or which way is down, and they might end up fighting each other.
I like it. You can take the orientation away from him to help him get confused. So with your shadow powers, if you can get past the light. In that case, directly engage the threat.
Right, I'm at -2 for this though, because I'm afraid.
So don't worry about it. Just roll, and we'll see how it goes. Just roll high.
I've got a 7.
That's pretty good. You pick one from the list. Either you resist and avoid your blows, you take something from them, their orientation, you impress, surprise, or frighten the opponent, or you create an opportunity for your allies. If you want to, you're gonna get hit no matter what. If you take his orientation, that'll help.
I'm gonna take their orientation away.
Describe how you do it.
So I guess this black shadow emanates from my body, and suddenly because they can't see what way they're going. I mean, I assume they're both flying at me from the same direction.
No, only one is one is running towards you, one's flying towards J-Wall's character.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought they were both because you said they were both coming for me.
No, sorry, that's my fault. I apologize. Flame is going after Solar, and Geo is coming after you.
Okay, well, I guess it's not gonna. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so that changes my actual approach.
Well,
then.
you've rolled, but you can describe something else you want to do instead. I apologize.
So if I'm on the beach, there's a beach wall right behind me.
Yeah, sure.
So I throw up the shadow and move, and because his orientation is he thinks he's further away than he is. And he slams into the wall.
I love it. So you're shadow, everything's fine, and you see him rush towards you as hard as he can, and he slams into you, and you go flying out of the way, and he's laughing at you, and he doesn't see the wall that's bam right in his face, and he slams into it. And you see him crumple down. Take a powerful blow. Now, because you have a condition, the powerful blow is now a +1.
Okay.
So make the roll. You roll conditions, the button at the top right.
I think there's already one on it.
Yep, it's already added to it automatically.
I got a 9.
Excellent. So On a 9 on Take a Powerful Blow, you either lash out verbally at your teammates to make them do something stupid, give ground, aka your position gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
I'm gonna lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take
Right.
advantage of influence.
To inflict the condition. So you are provoking your teammates to do something.
Actually, I'm gonna struggle past the pain and take two conditions.
Conditions. Mark 2.
That's more in fit with my character. I'm gonna go for hopelessness and insecure.
Okay. So you're on the ground, you're hurt, you're feeling really bad about it, but you've taken down Geodynamo. Meanwhile, Flame Fever is like towards you. Solar, what'd you do?
So
You know, you could have spent a team point on me to, like, you know, made me have a 10, right?
that would have been bad.
That would have been bad. You want
Oh.
less number for.
Oh, is it?
Not
Oh,
high.
okay.
You want to fail on conditions. That's what
You want to
increases the
fail that
number.
roll.
I will. Would you say I could do something like? I assume he's like all lit up right now.
Yeah, they're all lit up. They're like fire and light. It's great.
Could I effectively do something like absorb his energy to stop him?
I love it. That is a crazy move. I want to see it happen. Let's see what you got. Directly engage.
Okay.
As you're like, I'm just gonna take the hit.
4.
All right. So normally you're like, well, it's light. I can absorb all light. I got this, right? I totally got this. This should be easy. Not in this case. In this case, it is way harder than it looks. They come flying. You're like, I've got this. They slam into you. And at first you're absorbing the hit. You're like, yeah, totes. And then they look at you, they smile, and they go, let me show you the fever. And there's a big flame ball around them, and that hits you so hard you actually skip on the water as you keep falling over and over and over again. Take a powerful blow.
Okay. Roll conditions. Oh no.
Okay, so let's see what you got. You, when you roll a 10 plus, can either remove yourself from the situation, aka flee, pass out, etc., lose control of your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
What was the first option on that?
Remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc.
What are the options on the 7 to 9 list?
Oh, it's lash out verbally, give ground, or struggle past the pain.
Lash out and options 1 and 2 on that one, yeah.
So you want to give ground and lash
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Okay. If you're lashing out, you can either use your advantage, your influence to just instantly give James's character a condition. Just be like, this is stupid, you suck, and just give him a condition. Or you can inspire him to do something monumentally stupid and roll for it.
When you say monumentally stupid, it could work out, or is it?
It
just
could work
doomed
out.
to
Yes, it could
yes,
work out.
I will do that.
All right, what is the stupid thing you want him to do?
So he's over there with Geo.
Yeah, Geo's out. He's taking out Geo. Geo's done.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell him he needs to come over and do the same thing to the guy who's just ruined me.
Ruined their orientation. Come on over here, you'll be fine. The person that's made of fire that can see in
Yeah.
flames. Come over here. Yeah, I think that's foolhardy. Roll superior.
Me roll superior,
Yes, you.
yeah.
And don't fail. Otherwise, I'll make it even
With
worse.
my influence.
With your influence.
Okay. 12.
Excellent. James, if you go over there and basically use your shadow to disorientate Flame Fever, you will put 1 in the team pool. If you don't, you will mark a condition. At the same time, J-Wall, Solar has just been hit and has hit the water. And as you hit the water, the light on you goes out. You no longer have light powers and you are drowning. Shade, it's up to save the day. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, I've got to do what I've been told to do. You know. So I'm gonna run across the beach, jump onto the or use my shadow tendrils like a catapult and like fling me at the thing at the fucking pyromaniac. And and as I like get near him, I'm gonna like fire up my shade and try and like just disorientate him, just completely disorientate him.
Directly engage a threat.
Okay, cool. Alright. Well, here goes. Here goes literally nothing. And it is a danger.
What number did you roll?
What?
What did you
Can
roll?
we add only 1 from the team pool to it?
Only 1.
I got a 4.
Well.
So I've marked potential.
I'm glad you did that. Okay. You try to cover shade over the glowing flame creature, and it goes as well as you think. You go cover up, and they go bust. And not only do they go bust, they look at you and they smile as the flames around them wrap around you and basically seal you there. And your shadows cannot break apart from it. Like you're trying to throw your shadows out and there's nothing you can do. You're just like trying to get out and you can't. They float above you, smiling, as the glowing ball from before comes along and floats towards them. And you hear the glowing ball inside look at Flamefear, be like, good. This seems like you have survived. You will be my champion. There is something we must go take.
Can I do something?
No. Unless something you really want to do. What do you want to do, actually? If I say no.
Well, I never got rid of that staff.
You're right, you didn't. Okay.
I'm gonna just go. I'm just because I assume because he's a fucking arrogant prick. I assume he's holding me really close to him. I'm just gonna thrust the staff out into him.
You're gonna stab him?
Yes.
That is a person you're going to stab who's being mind controlled. Are you sure that's what you want to do?
I don't want to kill him, but I'm sure the shock may snap him out.
Of being stabbed?
Yes.
Okay. Directly engage.
Here we go again.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It is risky. It is going to hurt. But you're trying to. If you were like trying to break out of the thing itself with it, I'll give it to you. But because you're trying to stab them, I have to let you roll directly engage. I'm sorry, James.
Oh, okay.
Now, are you trying to? If you just like do it to break out, I'll give it to you. But I don't.
No.
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
I'm sorry, James. You try and reach in to break out as hard as you can, and as you're about to go for it,
there's a poll again. Yeah, you could have got me a 7, which may have been a bit more successful than a 6.
There was kind of
Fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, James. You try and break out, and you almost have them, and Atena's the one that catches it. And when they catch it, they look towards you and go, "My champion will not be harmed." And they put their hand on the fire cell you're in and blast it with light into your face. Take a powerful blow.
Is she more powerful than me?
Yes, she is.
Most definitely.
100%. Never give up, never surrender.
Come on. Aha! Full hit.
Okay. On a hit, you choose one. What do you want to pick?
You get an opportunity or opening against your attacker. I'm going to go for that one. Is that a good one to go? Or you rally from the hit, it expires your team?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to interpret this because I want to move the scene along into something special. So bear with me. When they blast you with the light, this should kill you. You're like, this is too much light. I've got this. And you throw up your shade to sort of try and block it desperately. And we see it blast you, and we see your body fall and hit the pier. And we see them fly off. But as they fly off, you get up completely unharmed. The lights they did to blast you did absolutely nothing to you.
Okay, I'm going to dive in and save Solars then.
Okay. Before you do, I was gonna make you roll defend to say, oh, should I make it? But I need J-Wall to make J-Wall's that bad. J-Wall, how are you doing drowning wise? Is your character able to swim a little at least?
I mean, I can fly.
It's not the same.
Remember,
though, is
your powers were taken away from the blast.
I have my solar powers, but
You use your solar powers to fly. You use your solar powers.
Okay.
Use your solar powers to fly. So yeah, you're struggling.
I do not know how to swim.
I will say it is an automatic success on the defend roll, and James, what's called Shade, can take influence over Solar for saving them.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, so I need help all the time, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna gloat them in the face too?
Yeah.
I'm just drowning, and you're like,
You're
sorry.
like,
I'll pull you
you
up.
need me now, bitch. And she's like, bloop, bloop, help me, I can't breathe. Okay, fantastic. We're gonna cut the scene there and cut to the party. Everyone's away from the building, which is broken up at the beach. Vote God is already like asking me for help and like getting trailers in and moving people around. Gio is unconscious still because you fucking knocked him the fuck out. And you are taking a break and trying to like, catch yourself up. And Vote God comes up to the both of you and is like, "Are you both all right? What was that about? What's happening?"
You know, easy minds are easy influence. You see.
They look at you and they sort of frown, but they don't say anything because they're like, they're like in serious mode. They're like, no. And they look over at you and go, "Oh, it's you, Sola." It's like, "Sola, did you? I don't remember what happened after I went in. We took a hit and then things went blurry. And next thing I know, I was on the pier and Jill's unconscious. What's going on? I remember bits, but not everything."
I'm gonna be like, hang on, you took a hit of what?
I'm not talking to you. Do you mind?
No, I do mind.
Well, I mind you. I'm not talking to you. You've already made your goddamn point. I'm not talking to you.
No, you tell me now. What the hell have you been taking?
Make a provoke roll.
How do I provoke?
Roll superior.
Well, I'm still injured, am I?
Yes. Your conditions don't go away unless you do something to clear them. You can take
I'm
specific
okay
actions to
because
clear them.
my guilt is not guilty.
Or someone rules confidence support.
So roll superiority.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe. Fuck's sake!
All right.
I've hit my
Okay.
potential. What does that mean?
Oh, excellent. You have a choice. You can either unlock your moment of truth, which would do something incredible, or you can gain the last two powers that you don't normally have. The moment of truth is essentially a once per game ability where you essentially take over the narration and do something absolutely amazing that nobody expected you to do and just be cool. The other one is that you gain the last two slots of your powers.
So where does it tell me
Oh, bottom
about
of
my?
your sheet.
It's on your character sheet.
You have to unlock it to read it on the
Yes.
sheet, but you could just lock it again after.
How do I unlock?
There's a tick next to it.
Checkbox.
Hang on.
Look at your sheet in the middle, beneath team moves.
Team moves. Oh right, okay.
And while you're discovering what you're doing, I'll continue to sing, which is they look at you and they go, no, you know what, Shade? I'm tired of you. I'm tired of you constantly being my way. We're trying to help you out. We've been always trying to be fine with you and your father and everyone's before it, and you don't goddamn respect us. And I'm tired of you constantly being here and getting on my nerves and not helping. And when you could help, it is too late. Why don't you back off and stop this and leave me alone? And he will take influence over you from that incredibly mean statement he just made.
Unlock your moment. This is the moment when you prefer. Right. So,
what it does is that you basically grab all your powers and you defeat even impossible odds to prove you're worthy of the name you carry. That's what that means. So you go, I'm using my moment of truth, and you tell me what you do, and it happens.
okay.
Cool.
Do I want to do
Come
that?
back to that later.
Or do I want to do the power? I don't know, because moment of truth would be really useful. I think, yeah, I'm going to fire it now. I'm going to fire it as he's shouting at me, because I've done the right thing. I've tried, I tried my best to
James, save your moment of truth for when you need it against an actual hardcore villain. He's just shouting at you. He's just like he's not trying to kill you. Okay, save it for. So you're not gonna. I don't want to tell him fuck off. No, don't do that. It's probably not the best time for it. But basically, he shouts at you and gains influence over you for shouting at you and being like, because he just vents it all out. And you see him just lose his mind, be like, I don't need it. I don't need you. And you know what? I'll solve this myself. And as I'll solve it myself, his body turns into lightning and he starts to lightning away. So because I think you failing the role made him think, actually, what if I am in the wrong and I will not do this? I need to fix the problem myself. And he goes to fix the problem himself, expecting to fix the problem by himself as it is. What do you two want to do?
Oh, I can unlock my powers, my 2 additional powers, yeah?
Do you want to do that instead?
I think I do.
Okay, do that instead.
So, Ola is angry still.
Mm-hmm.
Very frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just heard Boltguard completely lay into Shade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not helped with my anger.
No, it hasn't. However, Volgard is also gone.
Yeah. So, but I hate to admit it. I send a message back saying that she was here and she did this.
All right. That sounds like you're using you're trying to contact your people, right?
I'm tempting to, yeah.
Okay, so make the roll.
Angry message up. I'm like, yeah. And it does nothing.
Okay, tell me what you send them and I will tell you what you need to know.
So, what was her name again?
Atina.
So, very brief message. I just try to shoot Atina's here. And send forth my Earth coordinates in the message.
Mm-hmm.
And I just very quick, rapid, and I probably fire it in the wrong direction.
No, they get it. They get it. You get a message back. The message is, we are coming to take care of Athena ourselves. It is too dangerous for you to do this. You need to back off and stay home. You are no longer allowed to engage. We will be there in 6 hours, aka at dawn.
Maybe too late by then.
And also, please mark insecure.
Okay.
Now, you guys have a lot of conditions, don't you?
Yes.
Each condition has a specific clear point that you can tick to clear it. But also, each condition can be cleared if someone comforts and supports the other person, which requires into Role Mundane. But that requires you to actually be like, hey, look, are you feeling bad? I'm sorry about that. Let's get over it and figure it out. But you're on the beach. You have no information that you can think of so far. What do you do? Time is running out rapidly.
I know.
They'll be there in 6 hours. Not our time, but I'm just like, time is running out rapidly. They'll be there in 6 hours. You know Atino has a plan. They have taken over the bodies, but they've also taken over Flame Fever. You don't know where they're going or what they're doing, but it must be doing something. And the only person who could have told you what was going on, aka Vault Guard, has left in anger.
I'm going to
idea
try
was
and wake. I'm going to try and wake the what's his face, the one who knocked himself out against
Geo.
the wall.
Geo.
Yeah, Geo.
Geo is out for the count. You cannot
Oh,
wake
okay.
Geo up.
All right.
Unless you have some kind of way to wake them up, they are out for the count.
What does Shadow Sense do?
You can sense shadows.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's night. I can sense a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of shadows.
Considering it's night,
Does that mean I know?
uh,
Hang on. Can I know where I forgot his the one who ran off in electricity.
Vault Guard. I think if you make a freak, you can probably find him.
Is that what it's called? Freak.
Yes. Okay, you unleash your powers using freak. If you make it, I will let you find him because I think that's fair.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to see if I can find out where he's going because I've got a new powers.
All right.
A 7.
You can either, actually, I decide whether it's temporary or unstable. And you can either have it so you pick that or you mark a condition. What would you rather have? Make it temporary, unstable. Okay, you only see him for a little bit and then he's gone. Or you mark a condition and you know exactly where he is.
What are the options again? Sorry, what was the first option?
Either you mark a condition
Yeah.
and know exactly where he is, or you don't mark a condition and I make it temporary and unstable, what you just meant, what you wanted to happen.
Okay, I'm going to mark a condition and make it permanent.
All right.
I'm going to mark angry because he fucking had a fucking pop at me, even though he was in the fucking wrong. So I'm swearing a lot.
You can sense him. He is at the bottom of the elemental tower, which is where the elementals are, the council elementals.
Okay, I'm also gonna make a rash move because it says to take a it says take a foolhardy action without talking to the team, and I'm gonna just teleport us or shadow step both of us.
That's not a foolhardy action because that's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah,
It has to be full. It has to be like, this is crazy. Like teleporting someone to somewhere else is just an action.
I mean,
Teleporting
if you do it
someone,
alone,
yeah. Like if you go alone without telling them, that's a foolhardy action.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going alone.
Okay. Okay, bye. So you teleport alone and you don't tell them where you're going. You just go, whoop, you're gone, leaving the person who knows the most information behind. Because you haven't asked them about anything, by the way. Just point out, you haven't shared about Atena. You haven't shared about the fact that the town is covered in like weapons. You've both not talked to each other at all, and you're just gonna teleport away. So I just want to point that one out to you teenagers right there, and just saying, I'm feeling it. You teleport away, and you can see Vault Guard is standing on a building just outside the tower, the elemental tower is, and he has like a whole bunch of screens open, and he's looking at them. He's like fully focused on looking at them. And you can clear that condition.
Okay. Well, I'm no longer insecure.
All right. How are you going to approach him? What's your plan? Yelling at him is not going to work. I just want to point out now before you try that.
I'm going to be like, you can't run away from all your troubles all the time.
You see him pause and then continue working. And he's what? I thought I told you to leave me alone, Shade.
No, I'm not leaving you alone. We need to work together to get over this issue.
He turns around and goes, work together. Work together. Do you know how often our parents have tried to ask the Shade family to work with us? Ever since Grey Shade died, you've treated us like we killed him. We didn't. It wasn't our fault. I don't know why. And it translates between every single one of you has on every single time. I don't know how this works or what it functions like. It's like when I look at you, I feel like I'm looking straight at Grey Shade again, and I can't stand it. I can't stand we can't stand working with you because it's always like you hate us.
Maybe if you spent some time actually getting to know me rather than just judging me, I might wish to work with you all the time. But you three are all are far too up your own anuses to even consider thinking how someone feels. You think you're all superior to everyone when in reality you're not. You're no better than a jock in school. And I'm talking about a mundane school here. I'm talking about a normal school where they don't have any supers and you're basically the equivalent of a jock.
Make me a provoke roll, please.
This is going to go fucking horribly wrong.
Probably.
Provoke. And that is superior again. Okay, we'll see what happens. Fuck you. What happens now? Because I've already got 5 potential. Does it just drop down to nothing again?
Drops down to none because you use it up to get a new power, so you get 1, and it starts at 1. So,
Fuck's sake.
as you say this, and are talking to him, he looks at you and he looks angry, and he completely rejects what you're saying, but he's also listening to your words and getting more and more like agitated, and then you see him like take a deep breath. And then sort of like pause. And he looks at you and he goes, maybe you're right. Maybe I am just like a normal everyday jock. But I have tried everything in my power to simply get you to be just okay with us. And I don't know what to do anymore.
No,
nothing I say and do is going to change that.
I'm going to go.
If you want to work together, I am happy to work together. But this doesn't change the way we feel or the way we work against each other. Is that fair? We work together on this, and then we don't work together again.
Sure.
And he takes a deep breath, and he sighs, and you see him, like, relax. And he will shift your labels as he takes influence over you.
Again.
And he will shift danger up and freak down.
Okay.
Because he doesn't believe you. He thinks you're to blame. And you're like, no, you're to blame. And you're both like at loggerheads with each other. And he takes a deep breath and he goes, fine. Okay. I think I've tracked whatever was on Flame Fever down here. They're somewhere in the tower, but I don't know where.
Okay. I'm going to push the button on my phone.
Okay. J-Wall, you now know where they are.
Okay.
And they look at you and go, where's Sola?
She's on her way.
Didn't you come with them?
No.
They have this knowing look of typical so shade and say nothing and go, wait, they're moving. We need to go.
That's right. It's a phone. It should update the GPS.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what happened. Let's go in.
All right. Let's go in.
Okay, so he goes up to the floor, like he leaps down towards the floor, and then he grabs what looks like one of those manholes, and he rolls it, and then it lifts up, and it goes, get in.
Okay, I'll get in.
Cool, and like he magnetically locks it behind him.
Okay, how's Shade's going to get in from that? Not Shade. How is Solar going to get in through that?
You go, well, your GPS will update, right? They'll just come to wherever we are.
Okay.
Let them work it out. You said they'll be fine. I trusted you to say they were fine. I trusted your word.
Yeah, but we're going underground now, where GPS doesn't work as well.
I'm in a hurry. My friend's in danger. You can wait here for them while I go on, or you can come with me. Pick one.
Okay, I'm going to wait here for my team member.
All right, and they head off. You see them zoom off into the distance. You leave them to go off on their own. J-Wall, Sola arrives about maybe a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes later. Mm-hmm. And you can see the GPS is pointing directly down.
Yep. I'll look around. Do I see any like stairs or anything?
Any what?
Like stairs, because presumably
nope.
I don't know. Just like a cover.
Yeah, there's manhole. Yeah, there's just you don't know where it is. You can always call him. He's still on the GPS. He's still on the phone.
I would have texted
Yeah,
Solar to say we're in the fucking sewers. Well, I'm in the sewers.
Okay. So then, can I see a manhole cover?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah. Okay. I'll go over to that. Shift it.
You got in. Easy. Done. Both of you find yourselves within the sewers and the sewer area.
Okay, we need to find. Well, he ran. So I caught up with
Vote guard.
Vault Guard, but he ran off again.
I like Solar just sighs. Can you track him again?
I don't
Without
know.
disappearing this time?
I don't know. I don't. Sorry, I acted really rashly there. I'm really sorry.
Can I, considering it's night,
Mm-hmm.
am I able to sense a large amount of solar energy anywhere nearby?
It's worth a shot. Why don't you roll freak?
Yeah.
Yeah, you freak.
12.
All right. There is a pool of solar energy somewhere ahead of you. If you were going in a straight line, it'd be easy.
Mhm.
But this is a sewer system with curves and bends and stuff. So it
And
might be a
poo.
little bit harder it looks. Now, of course, if you don't give a fuck, you're like, fuck it. And just fly to the wall. Who gives a shit? But it's up to you and the others.
I will dare ask Shade, what do you think?
Well, I'm sure if we just start cutting through the under buildings, the buildings may come down. I don't think that's a good idea. I think maybe we should just track it.
I'll be fine. Worry about it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, I assume I could fly us through faster without mashing through anything anyway.
Well, go on then.
So I'll do that. I'll,
So what, you're going to go, that's like cutting your way towards it?
I'll grab Shade and just like fly down the sewers, like trying to get to it.
Okay. All right. It takes a little bit longer than you'd like. You arrive outside. You have to start going in. The place does get a bit more like techy with like tech walls written up, and you realize that you're underneath the elementals building. And as you keep going over and over again, you get up to the point where you can see what looks like a giant vault, like a big wheel vault that you can turn and like fix and like open and close, one of those. The second thing you see is flame fever on the side, just lasering the side of the wall as the slowly trying to burn through the vaults. You can see floating above them and smiling is Athena, the glowing lady that you saw earlier, Shade, whom you still haven't questioned anyone about. And other than that, you can also see on the floor, passed out, unconscious, and bleeding, is Votgard. What would you like to do? Okay, so in case you didn't hear J-Wall, you come into a room, there's a big vault. What's called Flame Fever is like lasering the vault open. Athena is floating above them. And on the floor, bleeding and also hurt, is Voltguard. What do you do? They haven't heard you come in because the noise of the is disturbing them.
How many were there?
You see Athena and Flame put on my hiccups. Athena and Flame Fever is there. And Voltguard is like next to them, unconscious on the floor. Athena's floating over him and looking and smiling. But you can tell, like, it will only take a gesture for her to basically kill him. They haven't spotted you there. What do you want to do?
I would like to. We're just facing away from us right now, yeah?
Mm-hmm. What's your plan? You're going to go in guns blazing without making a plan? That's also cool. I'm down with that.
Well, I'm going to be like, our first thing we need to do is get whatever his
Voltguard?
name is. Yeah, but I keep
Volkguard.
getting. I can't fucking. I'm shit at names. I should really.
Yes, I have picked this up. Yes, but you're doing fine. Keep going.
I think I'm gonna be like. I could potentially teleport. Like, get Volkguard out of there before she does anything.
That would probably be a good move to make. And then I can try to kill Flame before we
Well,
take one out of there.
I mean, you'll have. You'll have to deal with both of them for you'll have to keep them busy for like a bit while I get rid of them. While I get him to safety.
It's okay.
Okay.
So, what'd you do?
I'm gonna. So I'll act first, and I'll rush over as quickly and stealthily as I can. Grab Volkguard and just disappear through a shadow.
Let's see if you can get there fast enough.
Well, I do have stealth-y shit. I do have like
Yep.
shadow
So-
stealth.
Unleash your powers.
Oh god, I'm at minuses because of this.
You guys had time to talk to each other and comfort yourselves, but you chose not to do it. I did mention it twice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
It's all good.
All right. Well, I'll do. Okay. So, and that's so unleash your power is freak. Okay,
Freak. Yep.
Fucking hell, I'm at -3 to this. I need to get a 12 or more to even
That's good
succeed.
shit. That's some good shit.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Whatever. Okay.
Okay. You start to stealth your way over. You're making your way down as quickly as you can. You move past. You move to the shadow of a tree, into like a pillar. You move to shadows like a wall. You move to shadow of something else, and he's right there. You just about got to him, and you're like about to reach for him. Basically, but he's right there, about to get him. You're almost like you can taste him. You're gonna move up and grab him. And as you move up to grab him, you hear him go, ugh. And Atna turns her full attention towards him, causing you to move back and go into shadow again. And she's like, yes, the young hero awakes. And she basically puts light around him and lifts him up into the air. She's basically looking at him, holding him, and going,
Can
how
I
shall I?
can I grab him and defend him? Can I do defend? Can I try and like grab him and defend him?
Yes, you can, but I'm going to finish this goddamn monologue first before you do
Okay. All right.
that. Back up, because I'm done with the monologue. Okay, so she holds him up and goes, how will I kill this one? Take the light from his eyes, as you people on Earth say. End his heart. Take him to the deepest depths of his mind hell. How about I just crush him into nothing, into paste, so there's nothing left? And you seem like she's like starting to close her fist, and you seem like starting to scream as he's starting to crush. Now you can make the roll.
Okay. I'll jump out, grab him.
Roll defend,
Okay.
which is superior. I believe in you.
A 9.
I will spend a team to make it a 10.
How?
So she's crushing, he's trying to like pull Volkguard away. And I will just do a quick flash in her eyes.
You're like, fuck you. So you throw the light, you grab Volkguard, you teleport him away. Where'd you teleport him to?
Hospital.
All right, so you grab him. It'll take you a while because remember, you can't just teleport places you don't see because you only just
Okay.
got this power. So you're just going to grab him and teleport him as far as you can.
Yes, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll teleport him as far away from the threat as I can,
Okay.
and then I'll come back.
How long are you going to spend trying to get him to a hospital?
I'm gonna put him somewhere safe and come back for him once we've dealt with the issue, so that Solar's not on her own for like hours.
You grab him and go, and she'll go, useless insect! And she turns towards you, J-Wall, and she smiles, and she goes, continue to work! And Flame's like, nods, and continues to like try to break the seal. And then she lands on the ground, and she walks towards you dramatically. And she's like, I don't understand why you're trying to stop me. We're from the same people. We may not belong to the same faction, we might belong to the same race, for all that matter, but we're cut from the same cloth. We're not that much different, you and I. Why is it that you'd want to stop me so bad?
Just still very angry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say, how dare you compare us to one another, and just fly straight into her.
Ooh, I love it. Directly engage.
3. But you know what that means? Max potential. And I'm taking
Hey!
a moment of truth.
Hey! Save it for a dramatic moment. Don't use it up just yet.
Okay.
You can't just be like, I use it now. Fuck it. It's done. Like, it'd
Yeah,
be rubbish.
that's
It'd be
fine.
rubbish. What rubbish ending will that be? You fly towards her like, ha! And she catches you by the face and holds you up and is like, well, you're right. We're not cut from the same cloth. You are far inferior. And she flings you across the room. As you land and bounce, she starts to walk towards you. Goes, I don't have time before the vault opens. Come. Let me see what it is that Earth has taught you that's so good. And she starts to stride towards you dramatically. Take a powerful blow.
Okay. No.
That's not bad. You can shout. You can pick one of 3 lists. Give ground, struggle past the pain, or lash out verbally.
Give ground.
Okay. She throws you through, and you land in like a more like techie session part of the area, and she separates you from where Flamefowl is. And she starts like basically descending along with you. So now you are no longer where you used to be, and Shade won't be able to find you when they get back.
Okay.
And then she starts to stride towards you, and she's like pulling out like light lances from the air, and she starts like chucking them at you like for lols. What do you do?
I attempt to dodge out of the way of them.
Okay, so you're like, she's like just chucking them, and you're like, oh crap, get out of the way,
Yeah,
move,
like
and I'll let that
sidestepping,
happen automatically as part of the difficulty. And she's like chucking them, and she's chasing you around the room and just throwing. She's basically playing with her food. She knows she can't hit you, but she's just having a laugh with it. She's laughing maniacally. And she's like, what is it that your parents said they were going to do to me, Klinko? Trap me for 1,000,000 years? How droll. I've survived far longer than that within the breadth of space itself. I hope you've done better than this. You've got an option. What would you like to do at the moment? You're avoiding the blows, but you can't get close to her. Every time you get close, she'll just throw more lances and move you back.
So, attempting to be inspired by Shade,
Mm-hmm.
I want to duck in and out of shadows to try and stop her seeing me.
Ooh, I like it. It's crazy, but I think it's wild enough that it could work. Unleash your powers.
Would that be unleashed powers?
Yes.
Okay.
What jingle be?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Unleash your powers makes the most sense because you're affecting the environment. You're like going to Shade and coming back in. You're not attacking her. You're just trying to avoid her. And I
Okay.
think it will make more sense to not be an attack because you're 100% not attacking
Yeah.
her.
9.
All right. You can make it temporal and stable, or you can mark a condition to make it work.
Have we run out of team pool? Have we completely run out?
You're not there. And yes, you've run out. Until you both get together, you won't get fresh team pool. So until you arrive, the team pool is 0.
Oh, okay.
I will. Got 2 options again. Condition and
Condition or make it temporary and unstable. Pick one.
unstable.
Okay. You're avoiding her as best as you can. You think you've got it. And she's looking at him going, this is unbelievably annoying. So she lifts up her hand and she makes a big glowing ball and she throws it up. And it starts to illuminate the room. It will not be long until you are caught. Shade, what do? You've dropped Vote God somewhere that you think is fine. And what are you gonna do now? Head back?
I'm heading back, yeah, as quickly as I can.
You rush back. You can see Flame Fever is still cutting the wall, but you can't see them anywhere. You can't see neither Sola nor Atina.
Can I sense her?
You can try, close your eyes and try and sense shadow. No, you can't because there's no shadows.
There's always shadows. Where there's light, there's
Not in
shadows.
this case. Not enough for you to sense.
Thrown through a wall.
Hmm?
Was I thrown through a wall before?
Yes.
Would he not be able to see the hole in the wall?
Yes, but then remember you've been moving around the complex.
Okay. Well,
That's fine.
while he's fucking distracted, I'm just going to go and knock him out. Knock Flame Strike out.
Okay. You reach out and you smack Flame Strike and they go down. There's no difficulty. They've been told to do one thing, and it was easy. You smack them, they go down, they're unconscious.
I grab him and I'll teleport away, taking him back to where Void Guard is.
Okay. In that case, you're leaving J Wall, aka
Okay,
Solar,
I'm not.
to
I'm,
wander around.
okay, I'm
And
going.
Very
so-
important.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move him just out of sight of the of the room we're in.
Put him behind a pillar somewhere. Be like, sit there. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Whatever.
Yeah, so she can't.
Uh-huh.
So Crazy Woman can't like use him against us, like try and kill him, basically. So he's out of sight, out of mind, and
Yep,
then
that's fine.
I'm going to go and track Solar.
Okay. If you're gonna track using your shadow, you have to unleash your powers.
Okay. This goes so well all the time.
Don't blame me. I've told you what to do to get rid of those things.
Okay, I'll just gain another potential. Yeah, another potential.
No, but that's fine. Gain it. You are searching as hard as you can, and it's starting to frustrate you. You're starting to lose everything, and you realize something very important. You can find them right now, but it will take everything out of you. You can just expend all of your senses and all your shadow control to find them, but when you do, you will have no power left.
No, then I'm not
And you
doing
have to
that.
recover.
I'm not
Is
doing that because it's not.
Are you sure about that? Your friend could be dead next time you see them. What's more important? You
Okay,
helping
yeah,
them
sure,
out or you holding in?
sure. Okay, I'll expend my shadow power.
All right. Take a powerful blow, and if you low enough, it won't be that bad.
Because this is going to go well.
Okay. You can pass out from using too much power, or you can lose control of your powers in a terrible way. AKA, you might lose control of your powers for that scene.
I'll pass out.
Then you don't help anyone.
I know I don't help anyone.
James. Look at the scene. The best thing to pick, basically makes the most sense with the thing, is that you lose control of your powers. in a terrible
Okay,
way.
I'll lose control of my powers.
Yeah, because there's no point you expending your powers to find someone and then passing out when you find them.
True.
So, the light starts to come up. It illuminates you, Solar. But just as the last piece of shadow is coming in, out pops Shade. So the two of you are together, and Athen's like, oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. Well, too bad. I'll just kill you both at once. Ladies and gentlemen, you're directly engaging a threat. You're entering battle against a threat. Who is the leader?
I would assume me again.
Okay. That means team pool goes up to 2. Are you ill-prepared or off balance?
I'm
Yes.
off balance.
Do you mistrust anyone in the team?
No.
Oh.
Was that a 2? I always forget about this. I always forget what it is. I apologize. Do you have the same purpose in this fight?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have influence over everyone?
Do I still have influence over Jade? Yes.
Team pool is 3. All right. You've taken her by surprise. She's a little shocked. You're kind of out of powers right now, Shade. So you're just you're just Timothy right now. And Solar, she is way more powerful than you, so hope for the best. Good luck, you two. What do you do?
I don't know that Shade no longer has access to his powers.
Yep.
So I'm going to say, Shade, You go that direction. I'll go this direction. And I'll
Hang on.
fly around.
Hang on, I chose to have my powers uncontrollable. I didn't say I lose them, did I?
That counts as losing them.
Okay, all right.
I got you.
Okay.
I will fly around to the left and attempt to just initially like daze her flash as I tend to do.
I love it. So you're like,
Yeah.
directly engage.
Seven.
Pick one from the list.
List again. Basic moves.
Yep. Everyone have a good time? Everyone have a good time? I know I am. Especially James's frustration is my favorite part. I love it. It's just so angry. It's so good.
I will. Despite having no powers, I will create an opportunity for Shade.
Describe the opportunity you create.
So I've distracted her effectively. And,
Okay, cool. I like it. I like it.
Like, she's got all her attention focused on me, and she probably hates me more than she hates Shade anyway, so that helps. So that leaves an opening for Shade to do whatever he can do.
All right. So you're like shooting at her and she's shooting back at you. And her attacks are getting through whilst yours are being blocked up. But she's like fully paid attention to you and she's slamming it in. Take a powerful blow.
Mm-hmm. 7.
All right. Pick one from the list.
Would it be possible for him to use a point to knock that down?
No.
No, okay. So, conditioned again, yeah?
Yeah, 2 conditions. Do it.
2 conditions.
When you have 5 conditions, the next time you get a condition, you exit the scene. You don't die. You're just out. So
Okay.
keep that in mind.
I will take afraid and guilty.
Nice. You are ready to roll. All right, an opportunity has been created. She's completely distracted. This is it, Shade. This is your moment to shine. This is time to take them out. You got this.
I want to first assess the situation.
Oh, okay. I'll give it to you. Make the roll. Roll superior.
An 8, which is better
Okay.
than... So I get to ask one question,
One
right?
question. Yes.
What can I use to take her out? Or what can I use to harm her? Is there like a brick or some, stuff on the floor?
You are going through. You're like trying to think of anything you can do.
Oh.
Any kind of thing you can help with.
Is there,
Anything
like-
at all?
Because we're like in the sewers. Is there like a sewer main that I can open up onto her?
Hold on. You can see the sewer main. There is sewers around the area, but you don't know which sewer main is going to instantly open up and just flood the place with water to knock her out, and you're struggling with it. And then, do you know those screens that pop up in front of Vote Guard?
Yeah.
One of them pops up over one of the other sewer grates with an arrow pointing towards it as you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab that one. I'm gonna spin the wheel. Don't know what that.
Just
I don't know
hope for the
what.
best and slam it. Directly engage, you have a +1. Good luck.
Alright, engage is plus danger. Okay, and I get +1.
Yep.
Wow, I get a fucking wow. Well, that's a 6. Brilliant.
But
Fucking
someone can
brilliant.
help.
Team?
Yep, team. So she's already distracted. You're gonna open the vote on her. You're gonna slam in her face and hope for the best. So I'll put it down to 2. Describe what happens.
So I just literally cover whatever. I don't know her name because she's never told me her name. She's just covered. She's covered in like human waste, and her light goes out.
And so are you. You open it up, but the vote is next to you, and it washes both of you down the water. And you see her struggling with the light, while you're also struggling inside of this horrible waste. And you're both like going, "Ah, crap!" And it's going through. Hey, Sola, you're doing pretty good though. You look great. But she's
Like
weakened.
always.
Her light is out. She's down. If there's ever a moment to take her out, this is it. You're not gonna get a better time than this.
Okay. I'll go fly into her.
So if you want to use a moment of truth, now's the time to do it.
Sure.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
No, yeah, I might as well.
I mean, you've got it, so you might as well use it.
Moment of truth. So,
All right. Read what it says. Will I eat and watch you?
I embrace my home and call them for aid, once again. And they will answer your call in force, arriving exactly when you need them to turn the tide. They fight and serve you for the rest of the battle. Of course, when all is said and done, they'd probably like to take you home with them.
So why don't we move it that at that point, 6 hours have just passed. And they're about to arrive.
I've had
and you have
about
control of the
12.
narrative.
I've had about 12 baths.
It's still you're having a great time. When you use a moment of truth, you control the narrative. So you tell me what happens. So go.
Yeah, so... Wait, when you said that 6 hours is gone, we've been dealing with that for 6 hours, or it's dealt with and it's 6 hours later?
No. Oh, you know what? No, tell you what. They came early, or you can summon them earlier. And be
Yeah,
nice.
I would say that they came earlier.
That sounds fair. You've seen that they're looking for Earth and they know where to go, and you can push a button to make them come right now to where you are. So go for it.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll effectively send a message, immediately inform them, come here, and us here. And within minutes, probably, if that.
Seconds, instants.
Yeah.
Keep going. You have the whole control over the scene. It's all yours. Just knock yourself
So
out.
they all fly down. They probably have a ship floating up. Fly down. There's about 5 of them, including my parents. 2 of them guards, or three guards came to arrest her effectively, put on some solar shackles, and pull her out of a waist as she's screaming and saying, "I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you."
Okay. Once you use your moment of truth, you lock one of your labels. That label will never move again. That is who you are now. It basically established that this is who you are, and that's how you always. This is who you always be. So take the box next to the label, and that label is locked.
I will lock mundane.
All right. With the arrival of them coming into the area and basically pulling up, they pull everyone out, including Shade, out of the water, out of the water, everything else, and they come on out, and they're all perfectly fine, and everyone is sort of breathing a sigh of relief, and you see the whole place being picked up. We will cut the scene to the outside of the vote, and everyone being gathered there together. The two of you, you Shade, have been is still being having sewage being thrown out your beard. Athena is held in cuffs. Vote Guard and also Flame Fever and Geo are all here nursing their wounds quietly. And the Guardian has come in to make sure everything is fine. The Guardian has landed themselves to be there to ensure the kids are fine, because you warned them about what's happening there. Apparently, throughout the city, people had come up with weapons from Eros, and they were using them to basically wreak havoc on the town to distract the actual superheroes. While Athena came in here to break into the vaults to steal over inside. That's the story they're giving you so far. Would you like to talk to anyone before I continue?
I'm going to go to Solo and say she's done good. I'm proud of her. And Elbow.
Talk to her.
Yeah, I'm going to be I'm really proud of you for taking out your arch nemesis there. I assume she's your arch nemesis, but
Yeah, and I'll in return say, I know that your father would be proud of you too, Shade.
And
you've done well at
I break down crying,
filling his shadow.
You break down crying?
Yeah,
really? Do you actually do that?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's bottled it all up. I think he hasn't dealt with it properly. I think it's all they just assumed that he could take on the mantle of the Shade, and no one's really ever just sat down and seen how he was. So he's been holding a lot of baggage on his person, which is why he's been so hands off with the other teens, fire. Vault Guard and Geo, you know, he has been very like pushy offy. He can't seem to make connections with people anymore.
Although he's crying, Solar, you see behind him, Black Shade was approaching, but when they sort of were crying, they stop and they turn around to make sure no one can see that Shade is crying. Like they block the view of other people. And just they stand there, and they put a little bit of shadow around them so no one can see that Shade is crying. And once Shade stops crying, they leave without saying anything. They just go up and start talking to the other Guardians. Vault Guard comes up to you. He's injured, he's covered in bandages, and he comes up to both of you, and his hands are folded, but he's not said anything yet. He just come up to you, and he's about to say something, but he stops himself.
Did you have something to say, Vault Guard?
Thank you. We couldn't have stopped them without you.
I'm gonna be like, well, I couldn't have stopped them without your help, neither.
Wait, what?
Your hologram, your little computer thing. If you didn't guide me to the correct sewage pipe, I wouldn't have been able to diffuse her powers.
It was a fluke. I knew one of them was working. I couldn't remember which one, so I ran it through the systems and I tried to use the GPS of the area to figure it. He realizes what he's doing and he's like, "You're welcome." Hey, I know there's still bad blood between us, but could we maybe, I don't know, talk about it over coffee or something?
Who's that to, me or Solar?
Both.
Oh, okay. Because that's usually like a date, ain't it? I thought that was code. I'll be like, I'll look at him really. Coffee? Really?
Yeah, Gio's always had a thing for you. And you look at Gio and Gio's like looking away bashfully.
For who?
He points at you specifically.
Oh,
And he's like, "It's fine. I'll just go tell him it's a bad idea. It's all good. You don't have to be coffee. Just one coffee."
Sure.
Really? And then he's like, "You can't say no." And then he rushes off and he seems speaking to Gio and just like,
okay.
As you are sitting there, sort of like being careful, the Guardian comes in and someone walks up next to them. The person's like completely wreathed in like magma body, like the whole rock with like lines of fire running through. You recognize them as Ember, the other council elementals. And they sort of like come up to you and they're like, "Is everything all right? Are you two good?"
I need to have a shower for about a week.
That's fine. They look at the vaults and they go, "We're glad you're all right and nothing was stolen. If you need any help or anything else, please keep in contact and let us know."
Okay.
And they go off and they start talking to Black Shade as well. J-Wall, your parents come over you and they're like,
I know.
to be fair, you did manage to stop Atena even though we told you not to.
Well, we didn't really have 6 hours to fucking wait.
What was that, young man? I didn't catch that.
I said we didn't really have 6 hours.
That is fair. And we don't know what would have happened if they got through.
Well,
And we're going to leave you here on Earth.
Solar's eyes like flare up when they say that.
Besides, we'll need a translator. We're moving to Earth too. In fact, this entire battalion is moving to Earth.
sounds like
What
an
now?
invasion to me.
We feel perhaps maybe it's time we took this step a little bit seriously, and we want to make sure it's fine. And we need to make sure everyone is safe. As such, we've been speaking to the Council of Elementals, and we want to make sure they know that we will be nearby just in case something like this happens again. That's fine by you, of course, right?
Lying under her breath. Oh, yeah, of course.
Fantastic. We're thinking of moving to the industrial area. We see you later, everybody, bye. And you see them start to walk off. Finally, Shade comes up to you both and is like, come, I'll take you, I'll teleport you home.
All right.
And
Thanks,
they
Granddad.
go to basically create the portal, and they pause halfway to the portal, and they're like, tell me something, Solar. How good is your senses?
I'd say fairly decent.
He looks over at the Council of Elementals. He looks over at the crew that are going over there. And then he looks over at one of the soldiers. And he looks back at you and goes, why don't you open your senses to sense energy? Tell me what you pick up. Just open it wide.
Okay.
I just want to see how good it is.
I'll do that.
You think there's a perfectly normal thing to do. You open your senses to open it wide to sense something, anything at all. And as you open your senses, you instantly stop and your face is in shock. You can sense your same level of energy coming from the Guardian, Ember, and your parents. It's almost the same level of power.
What does that mean?
So my power is equivalent to theirs.
Yes. Or at least there's a version of your power. You'd never sensed it before, but ever since you basically unlocked your moment of truth and grew to be who you are, your senses picked up. And that's not the only thing. On the crack on the wall in the vault, you sense coming from there a far more pure energy than anything you'd ever sensed before. So pure, you reckon it's like the original source of energy you'd ever seen. You reckon you'd sense the Sunstone. And on top of that, as soon as you realize it and your face comes up, you realize that both your parents and the Council Elementals, although they're all laughing and talking to each other, their eyes are darkened, and all of them are looking at the crack and looking at each other with daggers in them. Everybody in this room knows that the Sunstone is on the other side, and essentially, a war may be about to break out between both factions. And that's the last thing you sense before Shade goes, good, teleports you home, and we end the session there. Thank you very much for playing, everybody. Thank you very much for going through. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching this. My name is Lloyd. That's James. That's Jay Wall. I don't know what else to say. That's it. I'm done.
Well, where can they find you, Lloyd? Where
Online. Look, my Twitter's right there. It's right there. What you want to see? It's there.
It is.
It's there. It's there.
It is. It is. Yeah, so go follow Lloyd on his Twitter and harass him.
I make big controversial hot takes all the time. Come say hello.
He does. He had a massive one yesterday, I think. And J-Wall, where can we find you?
Up there. It's my Twitter, it's my Twitch.
It's there!
I'm pointing in the wrong direction, but it's right there.
It's there!
Yeah. I occasionally tweet, I mostly retweet. I even more rarely stream. And I'm occasionally here.
As for me, if you hang on, let me just put. Yeah, so Lloyd's information will be all our information will be in the description below. But don't forget to check out my social media. We will be back in about an hour. We'll be back in about an hour with J-Wall running Numenera. And that's going to be cool. So, yeah, come back in about an hour for the final part of, convention of role-playing. And then we're going to hang out I think we're going to hang out and chat. Have you signed up to another game, Lloyd?
No, I'm playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians in a minute. So if you could please hurry the heck up so I can go, that'd be great.
You still got an hour, haven't you?
I have to eat, son.
Yeah, we all got to eat. So we'll speak to you later. Good night.
Good night.